Perhatian, sang putri merak yang tertiup angin. Aku Pavolia Reine dari hololive ID. Attention please, I'm Reine from hololive ID Generation 2. Minasamaごきげんよう。私、Pavolia Reine です。ホロライブインドネシア2期生のPavolia Reineと申しますの。以後お見知りおきよ。Let's go guys! Oh, today we are going to be coming back to a game we tried for the first time before I had to go to JP, which is Ace Attorney Investigations. It was a long journey of more than six Ace Attorney games in which we become a defense attorney and solve cases and bring justice to the court. But this time we are playing as the prosecutor, so completely different gameplay, completely different cases, different stuff. Yay! It's been 100 years. Now we're an offense attorney. Good luck remembering the mechanics. I'm so not excited. Actually guys, this is the first time I'm coming back to this game, and I'm not exactly thrilled to use the controller. I'm not exactly thrilled, but where is the controller? Where is it? Where am I supposed to? Where? Is this my first? Okay. Do I? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Is this my new controller? I don't think so. This is probably one of the older ones. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we will be able to play the game properly. The first investigation is where's the... No, not exactly where's the controller, but I was looking for the actual cable. Is your room as messy as what the other holoID members report back in Japan? Actually, I mean, I don't know. It kind of depends. Although in my defense, like the last time some members like came in while I was I had my room like messy, was because I think like it was like our last trip. I think it was the fest trip. It was the fest trip, and I was in the middle of cleaning my room, and then Muna just knocked the door, and then it was like, oh, okay, room messy. Like, I mean, like, what do you expect, right, guys? Like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know what to expect when like someone's not accepting guests and they're cleaning their room, and then somebody just forces their way in, and I'm like, what do you expect? You know? I mean, like, do you expect my room to be clean? Like I don't know, right? Like, you come in, like, you listen to me, do a Twitter space about cleaning my room, and then you just like, yo, I want to come in. I'm like, sorry, I'm cleaning my room, and they're just like, yeah, it's okay, I want to come in, and then they advertise, Raina's room is so dirty. Like, no shit, you think? It's like busting into a dressing room and seeing someone changing. Exactly. Like, what do you expect? But to answer your question, I'm the type that's like, I don't know, guys. When I'm too tired, I do keep my room like messy to a certain degree, and then once it hits like a point, then I clean, and then I wait for it to get too messy again, and then I clean again. That kind of thing. I know not everyone's like that. I know some people are like, oh, everything has to be perfect, but I'm just the type of person that sometimes I go home and I don't have energy to clean. Sometimes I just want to put my jacket on like my chair or something, you know. I'm actually that type of person, a little bit more relaxed on that side, but if it gets too messy, then I'll clean up. I'm bad with mess, but one thing is like, I don't like it when things are dirty. So a lot of people seem to not be able to differentiate it. Like, Reina, you're so messy, you must be nasty or something like that. And it's like, no. If there are like nasty, dirty stuff, like, no, I can't stand it. Have you ever put on your shoes in your bed? No, I'm not American. And they always do that in movies, and I always go like, "Ugh!" But then I'm just like, okay, fine, I shouldn't shame American culture or something. I feel like putting shoes on your bed is like American culture, is it? And then I'm just like, okay, I shouldn't shame American culture. It's an American movie. I should have forced them to be like, you know, like not American. On the bed? What? Yeah, I'm American. I don't do that. Okay, see, listen. So then, why do people do that in the movies? Why do people do that in the movies? Like they keep their nasty Converse shoes like on, and then they go in the bed and stuff. Asian American, never seen it. That's because you're Asian. That's because you're Asian American. Yeah. On the bed? That is a movie thing, not a real life thing. Okay. Americans, the non-Asian Americans. Because, okay, like, I get it. If you're, like, Asian, like, you guys probably don't do that. But we need the truth. Do you keep your shoes on the bed? American, I take shoes off at the door. Alright. Time for a poll. Okay. AA gang can't say. Damn, okay. It's hard. Wait, hold on. Ace Attorney investigation. Collection. Hell no, they don't even come past the front door. Okay, see, like, these movies been doing you guys dirty. You know, I've been seeing, okay, not even Asian Americans. You know, they're like, the shoes stay in the front door or something. These movies keep doing you guys dirty. Most Americans leave their shoes at the door unless they're going back out again. Luckily, the movies are a lie. Yeah. Can't believe movies would lie to us. I know, right? Hold on. Let me just get my shoes. Get the game going. I love Ace Attorney because that means I'm not gonna yell or crash out. Alright. Alright, I think. Okay, beautiful. In France, we don't do that, but we don't shower. Okay, listen. In France, do you shower? Yeah. But what's wrong with shoes in bed? It's not socks. What? And we bathe too. Wow, people shower in France. Then what was that other person saying? It's a legend. It's a myth. I'm trying hard to think what Indonesian tropes I've seen in movies. Oh, that it's all jungles. I don't know. So I had a Korean friend, right? And then like, it was like, oh, what do you mean you have shopping malls in Indonesia? And I was just like, what do you think? Yeah. Like tropical paradise, jungle paradise. Woo! Jungleonesia. You have shopping malls in the jungle? Yeah, obviously. GeoGuessr stream kind of proved it though. Yeah, so many greens, yeah. But see, that's like one part of Indonesia. Cause we're such a huge place. Yeah. The wild supermarket where we can, you know, it's so fresh that we take bananas straight from the trees. That's how it is in Indonesia. You guys just don't know. Aren't you guys excited for November where we have holoID concert with 9 of us? You guys can also explore the freshest supermarket where you take bananas off the trees. Just kidding. Can't wait to watch the concert in the jungle. Let's go. Is it weird that my half brother is fully Japanese but can't speak a single thing in Japanese? Yeah, cause it kind of depends how you're raised, I think. Yeah, UK, but there's a lot more tropical foods grown in ID than in EU. Yeah, like not even like EU, like even other Asian countries, you know, they have like, you know, fruits are very expensive there. Japan. And, you know, yeah, that's why I never eat fruits in Japan. Maybe just some cut fruits when I need it, but like nothing much else. But in Indonesia, I always eat fruits like almost every day. I eat all my beautiful kiwis or whatever. Are the kiwis even? No, I don't think we have kiwi locally. That's not even... Okay, you know what? But the point is, fruit's cheaper here. Should we bring machetes? No, no sharp weapons. I don't think they're allowed on board. You don't eat durians every day? No. Yeah. Yes, yes. Kiwi-less jungle. Anyways, wait, is kiwi... I don't know. Are kiwis only Australian? Because I know we have like the kiwi bird, but I don't know if kiwis are like Australian only. Probably not. I don't know, guys. I'm not very well versed in like fruitism. Kiwi is New Zealand? Oh. Durians, rambutans, and local fruits are so expensive in JP. I miss kiwi. Kiwi is from New Zealand, not Aussie. Alright. Kiwis are also the bird. So is the bird in New Zealand or in Australia? Ah, there are kiwi plantations in Greece, of all places. That's the golden kiwi. Oh, the bird is NZ2. Oh, so not Australian. Okay. I want to go to New Zealand just to see the kiwi birds. Fruitism sounds like a Yuri religion. Because it's what? Did you know that the fruit is also called Chinese gooseberry? Why? Oh. Did you see they invented a grapple? It's an apple that is engineered to taste like a grape. Technology is fascinating. Anyways, for those of you guys who are a big fan of planes, you're going on an airplane to visit Indonesia to watch the holoID concert. Here's a case for you called Turnabout Airlines. Please rest assured because this game is fiction and hopefully, you know, everything goes well. I've seen Final Destination. I'm backing out of this. Okay, the murder that occurred in my office. Oh yeah, this happened. The return of the great thief Yatagarasu. Thinking back, everything began on the fateful day 2 days ago. Ah, this the first case, yeah? Did I miss the first case conclusion? Yeah, it was fairly obvious. It was that that athletic dude. Oh wow, whoa, 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 whoa. Go, you! Yes, everything began high up in the air, 900,000 feet in the air to be precise. Thank you for flying GoU Airlines. We are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. We are asking all passengers to please return to their seats and fasten their seatbelts. Oh, what is up? Oh no, it's us! G390. Why do I feel like I just woke up from a horrible nightmare? 6:13, huh? Guess I was out cold for about 10 minutes. Slight turbulence indeed. Where did it fall from? Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently experiencing some slight turbulence. For your safety, we ask that you return to your seats and fasten your seatbelts. I suppose turbulence is to be expected on a flight. This plane's so fancy. What is this? Though admittedly, I'm less than comfortable with anything resembling earthquakes. Oh yeah, because of the DL6. Oh! Oh, that's nasty. Was this a travel wallet? But it's not mine. How did someone else's travel wallet wind up in my pocket? My head. Why won't this headache go away me every time? I'll take care of this travel wallet later, or hand it off to an attendant. From earthquake-like turbulence to an elevator? Oh yeah. Again, more DL6. For those of you who missed the lore, basically he was traumatized as a child in a case involving elevators and earthquakes. What am I doing hesitating like this? Actually, I know full well why I hesitate. It was when I was still but a young child. We're about to, yeah, exactly. I was caught up in the murder that happened in an elevator. But how long am I gonna let my past haunt me? It's just an elevator. I'm a grown man now. I need to behave like one, yeah. Jangan nikmati. What the? What in the world happened? Is there something wrong, sir? Yes. I must ask that you please return to your seat. Ah! He's dead! Please calm down. We mustn't jump to conclusions without all the facts. What's wrong? Did something happen? You murderer! What? No! You have it all wrong! It wasn't me! That's what they all say. Except we really didn't do it. Everyone, I am sorry to interrupt, but I have an important announcement. I am one of your flight attendants today, Rhoda Tenero. What's that mean? Ooh, these seats are so spacious. Unfortunately, we have just had a minor accident on this flight. Oh no! I'm covering Edgeworth, but he is not happy. An accident? Don't treat us like we're stupid. I caught a glimpse and it was a murder. What? Murder? What's going on with this flight? Everyone, please calm down. There's no reason to panic. This flight will stay on course and make its scheduled landing. We are still currently in the middle of a rough patch of turbulence. Oh my god, that steak is so huge. What the heck? I want. So until we are out of this area of turbulence, I ask that you please remain seated. But someone was killed, right? I mean, what about the killer? Let me off! Please, there is no need to feel threatened. We have already apprehended the culprit. What? I ask that everyone please remain calm. What the heck is he talking about? Why should we remain calm? My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecutor, and I assure you I am not the killer. Ha! Being a prosecutor doesn't make you incapable of murder, buddy. Now you listen here. I am not the killer. I simply found the body. So you say, however, I am sure that you are the perpetrator of this crime. That's because you're stupid. I swear on my honor as a professional flight attendant. Well... Oh, is that right? I know what I saw. What did you see? And there's even very strong, incriminating evidence to back me up. Oh yeah? What? What kind of incriminating evidence is she talking about? We've already alerted the proper authorities at our destination. Until we land, you will remain in our custody by the powers vested in our captain. I am very sorry, but please understand our situation. Your situation? I'm more concerned with mine and the direction it's going in. I'm not about to just sit idly by while I get accused of murder. Mr. No, sorry. Miss Tenero, is it? Yes. I was wondering if you might give me a chance. A chance? To do what? A chance to plead my case. And a chance to ask what you meant by incriminating evidence just now. To accuse a passenger of such a grave crime without allowing him to give a proper defense. Can the professional flight attendant inside of you really call this action righteous? You have a point. Really? Very well, I'll listen to what you have to say. But be wary of what you reveal. No more revealing clothes. I'm afraid you'll only look even more suspicious if your explanation fails to satisfy. I also do not have the time to deal with you all day, so please make it quick. Of course, as you wish. Good. Very well then, let's get started. I know for a fact that I didn't kill that man in the elevator. What I don't know is what sort of evidence she has up her sleeve. But I'm certain it doesn't fit with how the crime really occurred. What Miss Tenero saw. I swear to tell the whole truth as a professional flight attendant. Unfortunately for you, Mr. Edgeworth, I am certain you are the killer. What? There's like a coffee cup that's like all spilled. The scene I saw in front of the elevator. It was you, standing there with fresh blood dripping off the murder weapon. It's wine, you crazy! I was holding a wallet! So if you would please cooperate, we'll turn you over just as soon as we land. That's it? That's our evidence? I don't think you could ask for a more perfect witness testimony. Yeah? Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? I disagree. Not really. It's hardly perfect when there's a gaping hole in it. What was the murder weapon? I don't know, the wallet! I'm gonna press first, actually. The murder weapon dripping with blood? Really now? I swear that was the grisly scene I saw before me. Thank goodness it was a passenger. It wasn't a passenger who saw, or there would be widespread panic by now. As I recall, you were quite panicked yourself at the time. Excuse me? You were scared enough to misread the situation and accuse me of murder. Nonsense. Professional flight attendants cannot afford to be that flustered. I witnessed the murder scene and now listening to your defense, all with a smile. Apparently you also lie with a smile on your face. Okay, so I'm just gonna present this, I think. Objection! Miss Tenero. What is with the yelling all of a sudden? Force a habit. Well, it doesn't matter. Miss Tenero, you say you saw the murder weapon dripping with blood. Is that correct? Yes, all that blood. Drip, drip, drip. Just recalling that scene sends a chill down my spine. Sorry, but your so-called professional flight attendant training has failed you. What? I'd like to direct your attention to this. Do you know what this is? It's a travel wallet, right? But it looks a little big and bulky. The thing you saw me holding when I discovered the dead body in the elevator was this very travel wallet, Miss Tenero. What? Impossible! Now then, do you still think I am the killer? That I killed him with a travel wallet? But I saw blood dripping from the wallet. I know I did. As you can see, this wallet is clearly stained. But if you would be so kind as to take a whiff. I think you'd agree it's only grape juice. Oh, it's not wine, it's grape juice. Huh, then. That's right, you mistook grape juice for blood. The murder weapon dripping with blood does not, in fact, exist. No! There, that should clear up the pesky accusation. Wait just a second. That is... I mean, even a wallet could be deadly if it was wrapped around something heavy. What? I demand that you show me what's inside. Please. She's trembling and the tacked on please at the end. Sounds like I've got her. There's no need to look inside. Even you can tell from its appearance that it's light. No, I can't be sure of anything until I see the contents of that wallet for myself. She's a persistent one. I suppose we have no choice but to see what's inside. Mr. Neighbor, if you would be so kind as to open the wallet and check its contents for me. Alright. I usually don't pry into passengers' belongings, but we have no choice here. KK travel wallet. Grape juice stains the outer cover. True, it was I who dropped it. Oh my god, if the murder weapon really is in there, then we're screwed. What is this? Republic of Virginia. As you saw, there is nothing but a passport inside. This renders your wallet was the murder weapon argument moot. Wouldn't you agree? Please, hear me out, Mr. Edgeworth. What is it now? Well, I was wondering whose passport it is exactly. Well, let's open it then. Can I take a look? Why are you nosy? Why not? I'm rather curious myself. This is... Type B. Hicks. Act B. Was that a pun of Act B, Hicks? This is... Type P? What's P mean? Just as I thought. This travel wallet belonged to Mr. Act B, Hicks, which makes it the victim's property. You stole the victim's wallet? What? Didn't you? How dare you? You said it yourself. You claimed to be holding this wallet in your hands when I found you. Perhaps I did misconstrue the wallet for the murder weapon, but it seems that I wasn't wrong about who the culprit is. My goodness. As you claimed, the murder weapon is not the travel wallet. However, it is something you stole from Mr. Hicks after you were done with the vile deed. I find it hard to believe myself, but your motive was very simple. You were out to steal Mr. Hicks' money, weren't you? What? So even though I didn't have the murder weapon on me, you still suspect me, I see. You stood up at the crime scene with the victim's wallet in your hands. How can I turn a blind eye and not suspect you of foul play?
Hold it!
You think I was after his money? Where did that cockamamie idea come from? True, you're also a passenger in first class, but she's so gonna be fired. I thought something was off about you and those deeply etched lines on your forehead. They're not lines, they're perfectly normal and a part of my natural face. I don't think I've ever met someone with such a terrible countenance on a flight before. And that's when it hit me. You have the face of someone with money trouble. She really is making a fool of herself, pursuing this line of logic. I should spare her and present this piece of evidence that contradicts her testimony.
Objection!
I wonder if I might get a word in, Miss Tenero. What is it now? Miss Tenero, I wonder if you've noticed the contradiction within your own testimony. What are you talking about? Simply put, as you saw with your own eyes, the only thing inside Mr. Hicks' wallet was his passport. If I really was after his money, then why would I steal a penniless travel wallet? Oh, but that's right. You, Mr. Edgeworth. You didn't know it was empty when you stole it. You would like to think that, but that's not possible. What do you mean it's not possible? There is no way the killer didn't know that the wallet was empty to begin with. And what makes you so sure? How can I show her that the killer knew the wallet to be empty from the get-go? I guess this? Because all the money is in here?
Take that!
If you would recall the crime scene, I admit that the wallet was probably not empty at the time of the murder. That's pretty evident by the bills and cards strewn around the inside of the elevator. Oh no! The name is a direct translation, Akubi Hiksu. I don't know. I think you've come to realize the problem with your logic. I would surmise that the victim's wallet fell out during their struggle, and that's when its contents emptied onto the floor of the elevator. I doubt the killer could have missed such an occurrence. Then you're saying... According to your supposition, if I were the killer... Saw yawns and hiccups? I don't know. Maybe like when you're on a flight and you drink alcohol. No, sorry, grape juice. You get sleepy and you get hiccups. Not sure. I would have been going after a wallet I knew to be empty. And since I clearly was not attempting to gather the scattered money, it renders your argument of theft completely invalid. Forgive me, please! Hey, what the heck? Are you saying the attendant's wrong? So that guy isn't the killer? Yo, who's that? Above me. Don't believe it, everyone. It's a trick. Will y'all please be quiet? Yeah, shut the frick up. Miss Tenero. Yes. You lost your cool when you saw the dead body. Plus, the lounge was dark, and looking into the light from the elevator, it's easy to see how you mistook the wallet in my hand for the murder weapon. I take no offense that you thought I was the killer. Oh yeah, well I was offended. Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you for releasing me. Oh, it's Borginian language! Eye with legs, leaf, fish, kamehameha, kneeling, scissors, leaf, arrow with legs, kamehameha, waves, kneeling, a running key. What is it now? He mad. Miss Tenero, if you could please translate, I would be much obliged. It sounds like Borginian, but I don't understand any of it. There's another attendant on this flight who... I said that he is giving the runabout. I don't require an interpreter. I speak English just well, see? You, the attendant. Yes, sir. I want this person to be under the arrest until we arrive at the airport. Why? why is the giant vase... Look at that seat belt on the giant vase. I'm sorry, sir, but what exactly are you hoping for? What is it you want? I'm finished talking to the likes of you. Please, I would like to hear why you would like me to be held under arrest until we land. You! How dare you try to waste my time? You were the one who stuck your nose into my affairs. I wanted to spend even at least one more second with my precious art. I have no time for other things. I know what you are. I see through you. Insolvent. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it in English. Is it insolvent? Really? I don't think it's insolvent. Well, I should hope I'm not monetarily bankrupt, but I don't think that's what you meant. I'm sorry, but I don't think I caught your name. I am Zinc LeBlanc too. I'm a very wealthy man in the Borginia. But I am not an ordinary rich man. I am an art dealer, a rich seller of beauty. Mr. LeBlanc, what did you mean just now? Pardon? When you said that Mr. Edgeworth was giving me the runabout, I have to explain? Unbelievable. I will say it once and only once. I do not have even a second to waste. Time is money, as they say. These kinds of people are why I avoid flying economy. I think this is like first class or something. Looking at how wide all the leg room is. Yes, and yet you continue to blather on. This is why I avoid flying first class. I saw it, yes I did. I saw the victim go onto the elevator. Going down to the lounge. It was exactly 6 o'clock. This is why I avoid flying. And what's the significance of that time? At 6, he says. Wait, you saw him at 6? What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? He understands, I see. Miss Attendant, what time did you discover the body? Well, it was little after that patch of turbulence, so I would say around 6:15. Hicks was his name, was it? Then I said that man Hicks was killed in a 15-minute time span. And the only person in the lounge at that time was this prosecutor, yes? I mean... Yeah, I was in my seat the whole time. Me too, I was watching the movie and enjoying a fine glass of grape juice. I was still eating. Still haven't finished, see? The other passengers have an alibi, so you have no problem with them, I suppose. Well, I don't know, they could be lying. No compliant, I see. Not a single word against this, right? I have no way of discounting what you have put forth at this point, but it wasn't me. Oh, so you say. But do you have what you say, the evidence? Mr. Edgeworth, are you really the culprit after all? Mr. LeBlanc, I suppose you are quite certain in what you saw, enough to give testimony? Of course, I was looking at that man the whole time. He was playing with that annoying little small machine the whole time. Machine? Yes, that's what you people call it in English, yes? It was making me crazy with the click, click, click. From that description, it sounds like some sort of small computer. I believe what Mr. LeBlanc is talking about is a cell phone. I have to say that I did see him playing with it quite a bit myself. Mine up Candy Crush. A simple cell phone, a laptop or organizer I can see, but that's kind of low budget. I hate that noisy little machine in his hand. Not a fragment of beauty. All it produces is ugly sounds. Anyway, I know what I saw. Miss Tenero, yeah? I was wondering if I might be granted permission to examine the crime scene. What? You want to examine the crime scene? If you would grant me a little measure of time, I'm sure I can produce the real culprit. I don't like the sound of that. Fox in the duck pen. Yes, I think that's how you say it in English. Of course. It's Fox guarding the hen house, and I believe my innocence was proven earlier. And if I'm given the chance, I can clear up all the remaining doubts. Miss Tenero, if you wait until we arrive, there is a good chance that some evidence will have been destroyed by then. I understand. Let me see what the captain has to say. Ah! This should not be approved. Please, Mr. LeBlanc, in an emergency, all decisions are to be made by the captain alone. No, please wait here while I go ask the captain what to do. I'll be right back. You are not planning to erase evidence when you are doing your investigation, yes? Of course not. Ah, we will see. Mr. Edgeworth, you have the captain's permission to investigate the crime scene. What? Unbelievable! I am in your debt, Miss Tenero. However, there is one condition. What? I am to supervise you. Can you agree to that? I guess. Of course, I see no problem with that stipulation. It's only natural as I am still a suspect in this case. I take full responsibility and will watch Mr. Edgeworth's every move. I hope this is reassurance enough that there will be no foul play. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, shall we proceed? If you should need my help with anything, please feel free to use Y to talk. time to head to the scene of the crime, the first floor lounge. Okay. Siapa nih tidur? That leads to the emergency escape hatch. You can't go there mid-flight. What's the probability that the criminal escaped through here? 100%. Oh, let me finish my thought. I'm 100% certain they didn't. When I'm searching for an answer, only complete thoughts need apply. I want to talk to this girl. May I have a word with you? You there? I really need something. Please ask Miss Rhoda over there, okay? What the? Hey, wake up, you! I'm terribly sorry that she's being so rude, Mr. Edgeworth. No need for you to apologize. Just find it hard to believe she's asleep on the job. If I were her boss, I'd see to it that her salary was cut so low that it was in the red. Hi. Okay, you know what? I don't really care about you guys. Let's go down. In order to preserve the crime scene, I'm afraid the elevator is not in service. To get to the first floor lounge, we should take this... Oh, really? Okay, fine. I want to thank you for your help back there, Miss Tenero. It was nothing. You should thank the captain for granting you permission. And just so everything is perfectly clear, I still don't trust you. Your standing with me hasn't changed one iota. I see. I will bear that in mind. I received an order from the captain earlier. He wanted you to know that. We reserve the right to stop your investigation if we feel you are not making progress. And when we do, he asks that you please return to your seat at the time. So my time runs out of his hand. His crew's discretion does it. I have to find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's testimony before time's up. I understand. By the way, is there any place you can think of where the killer might hide on board? I don't think so. After every first-class passenger was accounted for at his or her seat, we made a thorough search of the plane. As for business and economy class, no one can move between those two classes and first class without a staff keycard. And we found no record of a keycard being used at all. Which means that I have a first-class killer on my hands. At least I know that much for sure. And one other thing, no one else has been allowed near this crime scene since the murder was discovered either. Now then, let's get started. But where should we start from? Let's start with Mr. LeBlanc's statements. The crime occurred between 6 a.m. and 6:15 a.m. During that interval, the only person in the lounge was myself, which would make me the prime suspect. However, since I did not kill Mr. Hicks, it means that the killer was around somewhere. If we are to believe what you say is true, then yes. The first order of business will be to gather information to win your trust. These bottles and glasses must have been broken by the turbulence. There is quite a bit of broken glass here. Please be careful when passing through the area. Thank you very much for the warning, Mr. Edgeworth. However, no matter how kind you are towards me, know that it does not clear up any suspicions I have about you. I wasn't warning you for the sake of clearing my name. This door leads to the flight attendant's room, but please understand that it's off limits to unauthorized personnel. The room is giving off the scent of women's perfume. One would think that perfume would smell great, however to me it simply smells. Not that I have any interest in what lies behind this door. Perhaps we should return to the investigation. For sure. Mr. Edgeworth? Sorry I spaced out for a second there. This grand piano is the pride of this plane. It can play the music of whatever CD we insert to its CD drive. What? It's more like an overgrown music box. But its keys depressed along with the music as though there really is someone playing it. Some people have entirely too much money to waste on overly complex toys. Okay. These kind of windows offer a glimpse of the sky, but these clouds, they tell me nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, you look like you're talking to the clouds. Is that so? Then tell me, what do you suppose I said to them? I don't know, but it looked like a rather one-sided conversation. The clouds, they tell me nothing. What or who is this? This is a bronze statue of the founder of GoU Airlines, Mr. You Go Huge. The one on the left is when he was in his 40s, and the other was him in his 80s. I don't see any difference. Did the man age at all over those 4 decades? Maybe I need to squint more. A pity that a bronze statue knows not when good drink has been spilt at its feet. This is a statue of our founder, Mr. Hugo Hughes, who was a big fan of grape juice. I'm sure he would be thrilled if he knew so much grape juice was here at his feet. Is that a hint of hero worshipping I detect? Okay, well... Can't really examine this. Blessings and candles thrown into disarray by the turbulence. It's been a while since I've seen this big of a mess. It's terribly embarrassing, but I thought it was an earthquake for a second. And I frantically started searching for gas valves to shut off. I guess the shaking of the plane was bad enough to be mistaken for a real earthquake. Not that I would know, since I was unconscious for most of it. What floors does this elevator service? Only the first and second, although we can also go down to the cargo hold. Cargo hold? However, that requires a flight crew keycard. So the only floors accessible to passengers are the first and second. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. What is this? Murder weapon? What is this sinister-looking figure on the floor here? Oh, that's a piggy bank of our company mascot, Captain Hugo. It's just one of the many pieces of merchandise we sell at our in-flight shop. This bank is a limited edition and is so popular that we're down to our last one. We have an in-flight shop? Yes, it's just beyond the lounge to the right. The shutter to the store is closed at the moment, but it was open the whole flight up until Mr. Hicks's body was discovered. There's blood on here. Could this have been the murder weapon? What about this keycard? Money is strewn all over the floor of the elevator. I would guess it was all in Mr. Hick's wallet at some point. Okay, these are... Okay, what about you? I wonder what was hanging off of this lanyard. Something's missing from this picture. If I could just put my finger on it. I doubt anyone was expecting to find a dead body in an elevator on this flight. So Mr. Hicks is really dead? Yes. She's trembling, although I can't fault her for that. When there's a corpse right there. Mr. Hicks, if you're really dead, then please answer yes. I see she's over the trembling now, although a new symptom seems to have appeared. Anyways, I should focus on the victim's body. Let's see. There's blood on the back of Mr. Hicks's head. Could this be the cause of death? He appears to have been struck very hard. Okay. His glasses are broken. Okay, anything else? No. Okay, I'm gonna try to RB. Oh, sorry, LB, I guess. This. A statue with blood in it lying next to the body of a man who was beaten to death. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I think I figured something out. Yes? What is it? The way the blood is on this, it looks like it matches up with the wound on his head. Well, aren't we deserving of the Master of the Obvious title? Well, what do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't you think it's worth investigating? It would appear that this figurine is our murder weapon. Oh, I just knew it. I mean, I can't think of any other connection. Perhaps Master of the Oblivious would be more fitting. There's some blood on one of the corners. Could this piggy bank be the murder weapon? Yeah, it is the murder weapon. Ooh, is there money inside? I'm not sure there is a way to take your money out. Yeah, how do you take your money out? Usually there would be like a hole here. Six, there will be drinks. just before 6. Movie time at 6. You break it, but limited edition? Anything we can... Oh. This toppled over chair, yet another victim of the turbulence. No, look at all that grape juice staining the back! It might not look it, but this chair was extremely valuable. It was? Yes, it was used when the Rocker Pals came to tour this plane. The Rocker Pals leader sat in this very chair. I'm sorry, but what are these Rocker Pals? I can't believe you've never heard of them. They're all the rage. The Rocker Pals are an extremely popular international band. They added the Pals part as they become more popular, especially among teens. Oh, okay. We should ask Detective Gumshoe about them later. On second thought, I can already see how confusing the conversation would get. I think we've already examined every part of him. The in-flight shop is just beyond these shutters, but we don't have permission to open them, so I'm afraid I must leave them closed. There must still be clues to be found here in this lounge. I must remain vigilant. Doko. Clues Doko. I don't see any. Oh, what about this? There are a few copies of Sky Magazine in the magazine rack. The month special is an English trivia quiz. What's the thing around the neck? Yeah, he says like it has to be connected to something, but what? I've heard that the youth of today don't know a particle from a participle. No, please don't go around confusing people with made-up words, Mr. Edgeworth. Who's ever heard of such a silly word as participle? Case in point. Oh, I see this. There's something sticking out of his pocket. Oh, we won't mind if I take a look at what's inside. It's a picture. What? Mario Kart? Oh, what? I can deduce? Oh, hold on. What? Oh, dang! I forgot the deduce mechanic! No way! Oh, the lanyard! The lanyard! The lanyard! The lanyard! The lanyard! I think it's the lanyard and then it has phone. Is that correct? I hope it's correct. Oh my god. If it's not correct, then I don't know. Mr. Hicks's machine is nowhere to be found. His machine... his cell phone, Mr. Nero. Ah, so I guess because it's not here... Yes, I think we can safely deduce that the killer took it. Okay, missing cell phone. The victim supposedly had one, but it was gone missing. Did the killer take it? There we go. Yeah. And then are we done? Are we done then? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's when the dialogue is like that, that means we're done with it. Bro, can we not go up? Oh, really? That means we're not done? Wow! There's some spilled grape juice in the front of the elevator. I assume it was spilled during the turbulence. Huh? We must clean that up or someone might get hurt. Huh? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I found some very important evidence. What is the important piece of evidence in the scene? Is that footsteps?
Take that!
They're a little smudged, but I think we can both agree they're a set of footprints. So you think? Yes, these belong to our killer. Then maybe we should check the shoe sizes of everyone in first class. I don't think that will be of any help to us. Unfortunately, these prints are too smudged, which will make it hard to get a definitive match. Okay, I see. Somehow I didn't see the footprints. Me too! My god, I didn't see this. I think it's just like... With how my monitor is like set, I'm always like more focused on like the left side of the screen. But also I didn't see that either. Oh, sorry. No, I'm not. I don't need it. Okay, I'm gonna go L. Sorry. Yeah. So where was the killer? And it spilled grape juice because there was like ini. Lah, goblok, maksud gue ada footstepsnya, kocak. No, I mean there are footsteps. Deh. Can we go up now? No. Like I meant there were footsteps. Gimana sih? Kocak banget. Oh. Is there more? Oh. There's no grape juice residue on the soles of his shoes, making it highly unlikely that Mr. Hicks entered this elevator after the turbulence. Okay, no. Okay, this is already, yeah? Okay. So he died before the turbulence. Okay. Maybe... Okay, I don't think any... Okay. Do we... The victim's body was found in the elevator. Were they broken during his murder? What? I don't know. See, I still don't know how this works sometimes. Where was the killer? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Okay, I see. True, there wasn't anyone else in the lounge other than myself right before the turbulence. Okay, so that's the logic. That's the answer because if the killer wasn't in here, then he must have gone in the elevator. Okay, good to know. But if the killer was in the elevator along with the victim, then that's a different story. Like, see, I still don't get how, like, the game wants. If only I could prove that the killer rode the elevator with Hicks. Then it spilled grape juice. I hope so, my god, please. There we go. Sorry, we just, like, that was correct, but, like, we skipped one step. I'm sorry, but I don't understand, Mr. Redgeworth. I can prove that someone other than myself was here around the time of the murder. What? Really? Yeah, it's rather simple, actually. The proof is in the pudding. Or rather, the grape juice in this case. These footsteps here confess to me this very fact. That someone exited the elevator alive. Seeing as how the victim is dead, that would mean a second person. But could the footprints be from Mr. Hicks himself? No, because he's dead. But if you take a look at our victim's shoes, you can see the soles are spotless. Which means... Mr. Hicks wasn't alone in the elevator. In fact, it's quite the opposite. There wasn't actually one other person inside the elevator. Was there no CCTV? What's going on over there? Oh, Oh, why is he mad again? Oh, it's the other flight attendant, maybe. Oh, yeah. Unforgivable! This is unforgivable! Do you understand what I am saying? The movie is late! It is the same level of bad as if the plane arrived late. But the movie... What? I will not talk to you anymore. You are just wasting my time. What is the matter, Mr. LeBlanc? If there is no emergency, please If there is no emergency, please return to your seat, sir. Yeah, movie is 8. Movie is 6. How can it be late? Exactly. Do not tell me what to do. I need not to sit down. Well, Mr. Prosecutor, did you prove you're innocent yet? If you would like, I will prove my innocence to you right now. Nonsense! Are you saying my eyewitness testimony is mistaken? Not mistaken, merely that there is no room for doubt. I'd be most honored if you could please tell me what you saw in detail once more. Fine, suit yourself. I am certain I saw Mr. Hicks enter that elevator. It was when the needles on my pocket watch point to the 6 and the 12. The body was discovered 15 minutes after that in the lounge, yes? Then you, the only person in the lounge at the time, must be the criminal. Mr. LeBlanc's conclusion seems to make logical sense. After all, the only person in the lounge at the supposed time of murder was me. So, my eyewitness testimony. If you think you can destroy it, then come, let me see. Tari, do I look like a man who is having the time to wait for you? Why is he so irritated? I'm the one accused of murder here. Anyways, I must find a way to discredit Mr. LeBlanc's account somehow, and fast.
Hold it!
I assume the pocket watch in this case is the one you keep checking, is that correct? Oh, you notice. It's a very expensive antique, I will have you know. The feeling is wonderful when I fully wind it up by hand. It does look very well designed and quite classy. I will have to charge you if you want to touch it. That's quite alright. Let's continue with your testimony. What a cheap man you are. Now return the time you wasted back to me. And if we must, I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator at 6 o'clock. Yeah, because he's like, the movie's late.
Hold it!
It's true that I found the victim's body at 6:15. And that's when I found the two of them as well. You see, it all matches my testimony.
Hold it!
That is the most mistaken way of thinking I've ever heard of. No, your silly opinion is what is mistaken. Please calm down, the both of you. In a sense, you are both mistaken. Well, if that isn't the pot calling the kettle black, then I don't know what it is. He certainly has a lot of confidence in his testimony. If push comes to shove, I may need to press him for more information.
Hold it!
Mr. LeBlanc, were you able to get a good look at the inside of the elevator at the time? Of course, I saw what was inside, and you are sure that the victim was in the elevator alone? Yes, the only person inside was that Mr. Hicks man. This last outburst is a bit too important to let go.
Hold it!
Was he really alone? Of course! I will bet even 1 cent. A cheap ante for a cheap testimony, but if that's how you want to play it, I'll happily take your 1 cent. So, can I do this?
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc, what is it? There is a very glaring contradiction in your testimony. What do you mean? Please take a look at the area in front of the elevator. There, at the spilled grape juice. Yes, and will you admit you also spilled it with the blood? No, it spilled itself during the turbulence. But the interesting thing here is the set of grape juice footprints. Footprints? Yes, the ones that lead from within the elevator out into the lounge itself. It's evidence that proves that someone other than Mr. Hicks exited the elevator alive. There must have been another person in the elevator with Mr. Hicks. Now then, I'm done playing games. Why don't you tell us the truth? Can you please translate for us? No way, that's totally impossible, I guess is what he said. No way, that is totally impossible. I know there was no other person in there. I saw with my own eyes. You want to know what I think, Mr. Edgeworth? I don't think Mr. LeBlanc is lying to us. I suppose she's right. He doesn't seem to be lying. But then what does it mean? What about this contradiction? Mr. LeBlanc, please, just once more, will you recall the details of what you witnessed for me? I was very upset when Mr. Hicks passed by my seat. I was always checking the time over and over again. I happened to follow that man with my eyes when he passed me. And I saw clearly into the elevator he was entering. But I swear there was no one inside. No one. Mr. LeBlanc, if you would please calm down. What? Dare you to have an issue with my eyewitness testimony? No, not at all. Please forget I said anything. Yet again, he doesn't appear to be lying. But I can't let his testimony stand as the truth. Why are you upset? So are you still upset now? I am always upset. The only time I'm not is when I have a piece of art in my hands. It's surprisingly easy to believe that about him. But I was even more upset when Mr. Hicks walked by me. I was always checking the time over and over again. Why? Why were you so attentive to the time? Because something unforgivable was happening. Come to think of it, you were yelling about something unforgivable earlier. I was giving a complaint to the attendant about the movie starting time. Return back to me my time. Hey, money. You understand the point? Movie? Is he talking about the in-flight one that's mentioned in the magazine? Yeah, movies at... before 6? I don't know, movies at 6, yeah. All times shown correspond to our departure time zone. It was supposed to show License to Love, Laugh, Maim, and Murder. I cannot see that movie in my country. You can only see it on international flights. I look forward greatly to that movie. I checked my pocket watch whenever possible so I would not miss it. I would set my pocket watch to the destination time. Ah, that explains. So my watch is not wrong. It matched the schedule, but the movie was still very late.
Hold it!
Your pocket watch, I'd like to ask you a little more about it if that's alright. The movie I wanted to see would not start, so I checked my pocket watch many times. My watch set to my destination's time. I always set it when I board the plane. It's time to present.
Objection!
Mr. LeBlanc, you said this just now in your testimony. Yeah. So that means the time of his testimony is different. So Edgeworth is clean. Now, if your watch has been set to our destination's time zone, it would mean that your watch is displaying the time of our destination. Yes, and the correct time is worth its 6 cents. I would like you to take a look at this. If you believe this Sky magazine, clocks on this flight run in accordance with the time of our departure time zone. Of course, the movie schedule was also created with that in mind. Miss Tenero, for confirmation's sake, what time zone is this flight aligned to right now? Well, we made a short stop at a transfer point. That's right, it was in that small Asian country, Republic of Sengfu. But we did readjust our onboard clocks at that time. So right now we are still running on Borginian time. The time difference between Borginia and our destination is 9 hours. That means in that case, it's only natural that your watch would be out of sync with the schedule. Further, with your analog watch set to our destination's time, it would appear to be running 3 hours fast when compared to the flight's onboard clocks. It also changes everything about your testimony. And you can bet 1 million cents on that. In light of this information, it means you saw Mr. Hicks 3 hours prior at 3 a.m. My 1 million cents! This should clear up all the remaining accusations. So this basically widens the time frame for the time of death, right? Yes, because Mr. LeBlanc saw the victim enter the elevator at 3 a.m. It means that the time of death could be anywhere from 3 to 6:15 a.m. The question now is, where was Mr. Hicks during that span of time and what was he doing? I've got something to say. And you are? Yeah. Oh, I'm Chamomile. Okay, like chamomile? Chamomile? I don't know. I'm a flight attendant. What is it you wish to say? Well, I think your story is a little different from how I remember it. What do you mean, Cammy? I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in his seat at 5 a.m., you know? I like chamomile tea. What? How can you be so sure of the time? Oh, that's right. He pushed the skull button while we were parked at the transfer point. Ah. It was 4 to 5 a.m. according to our clocks. And during that time, did any of the passengers leave or did any new ones board this flight? No. Not a single person got off or on. What about the flight crew? Oh my goodness, I just saw her boobas are out. The few who were handling the cargo transfer might have temporarily gotten on or off. But eventually everyone, including Cammy and myself, came back on the plane. So basically, I can assume that no one left or got on since our initial takeoff. You just noticed? I'm sorry! I'm too focused on the case, okay? You should keep that in mind. Yeah, and I answered his call. I can tell you Mr. Agby Hicks was there in his seat when we took off again at 5 a.m. Yeah. Did you notice her teddy bear? Yeah, I did. It was on our model. Then that puts the time of the murder between 5 and 6:15. Although I wasn't sure. I'm not sure if it's like a teddy bear or like some other animal. Okay, now what time did you come down to the lounge, Mr. Edgeworth? I remember coming down here almost as soon as we left the Republic of Tungfa. Oh! You were here the whole time from 5, yes? Then you are the only one who could be the killer! Mr. Edgeworth, were you really here in this lounge the entire time from 5 a.m. onwards? Unfortunately, yes. But then, how do we explain the footprints? Is that not obvious? This man waited for Mr. Hicks here in this lounge, waited to kill him. And then he put the corpse into the elevator. That is when the turbulence happened. My eyewitness testimony may have been mistaken, but what time I saw Mr. Hicks enter the elevator on the second floor does not matter. Because the entire incident concluded here in this lounge. Everything happened in this lounge? Is that so? Is that what you really believe, Mr. LeBlanc? What? Do you have another idea? I simply feel that there is something out of place in the scenario you presented. Is there something that can tie this crime to a location other than this lounge? What? I don't know. The phone? I don't know. I mean, the phone's gone. Maybe the piggy bank? Because it's like sold elsewhere? Yeah, usually on display at the in-flight shop. So pray.
だ。
The murder weapon. This little piggy bank is sold at the in-flight shop. Wait, I'm gonna order food maybe? What should I order, guys? Toot, 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 toot. Pesan apa ya, Gusi? What do we order? I don't know. How about a huge steak? I don't know, but steak is not delicious when ini. Ooh, crepes. What about pizza? Pizza. Or martabak. Pizza. Pizzeria. Apa ya? Aduh gak tau lah, lapar anjir. It is sold there and only there and is not displayed here in this lounge. How then did it find its way here? Don't you find that a tiny bit suspicioso? Such a trivial point. It only means you prepared taking it from the shop first before coming here. Bentar nih, kayak enak nih. Aduh, tapi gede banget pizzanya. I can't finish this. This is so big. They don't have small size pizza like in JP. So sad. I would share it with you guys. Like, I wish, like, I don't know, because I just can't eat pizza. Keep for breakfast? Maybe, yeah, maybe then. Kalau gitu aku mau mesen pizza apa ya? I'll keep for breakfast then. Promo. Monthly specials. What is this monthly specials? I want my pizza. Okay. I can't order by the slice. Pesto. No, they're running out of all the good stuff. 6 slices of pizza. Okay, you know what? Don't care. Just like the small. Okay, I think this is enough. But this is so expensive. But yeah, maybe pizza's good for a few days, yeah? Pizza's good for a few days, so I'm gonna order it. Okay, I ordered it. It only means you prepared it taking it from the shop first before coming here. It doesn't prove you're innocent at all. Is there no way to win with this man? If I may, what is it? You see? Well, it's just as Mr. Edgeworth says. Oh, and why do you know this so well? Well, it's just that piggy bank was there in the shop. I saw it with my own eyes. And when was this? It was maybe around 5:40 a.m. Isn't that just before we hit that patch of turbulence? It flew from the shop. That's right. You were in the shop just before the turbulence? Yes, I was. Then you're suspicioso! Mr. Nero, when I found the body, I believe you came out of that door. Yes, I did. And what is beyond that door? That is the flight attendant's room. Then you were on the first floor? You are suspicioso. I had to do something at the shop and in the flight attendant's room. So I went to the shop first and then to the flight attendant's room. Are you saying you passed by me at some point? Yes, you seemed really into the issue of Sky magazine you were reading at the time. I don't suppose you noticed me walking by. I vaguely recall someone walking by, but I didn't take notice of who it was. Anyways, the piggy bank was definitely there at the shop when I went there. Why did you go to the shop in the first place? I went there for a work-related matter. Work, you say? Yes, the upkeep of the shop is also one of my responsibilities. Why did you not say anything about that until now is what I want to know. Because she's guilty. In any case, I believe it's clear that the shop needs to be investigated as well. Shall we head over there then? What is it now? Aren't you forgetting something, Miss Rhoda? Don't you need the captain's permission to check the shop? No, I haven't forgotten. But I have already asked him for permission to search the entire plane. So I think we're alright. That's weird. What is? Well, I just talked to the captain, see? And he said that he didn't give you permission to do anything like that at all. Ooh, what is the meaning of this, Miss Tenero? It means she's lying. Go on, admit that you are. He believed. She lied. You said you had permission to search all over, but you don't. And yet, here you are. You, flight attendant, what are you trying to do? Pull the sheep over us? The captain's calling for you, Miss Rhoda. Rhoda Berputar. Oh, but don't worry. I already got permission to search the shop from the captain. See, unlike you, I do things the right way. Okay. Miss Tenero, why would you do such a thing? Please excuse me. Looks like I get to be in charge now. Please go back to your seat, Mr. LeBlanc. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth. If you would follow me, I will be your guide from now on. There's something about Miss Tenero that has piqued my curiosity. But right now, investigating the in-flight shop is my top priority. Miss Meal! About investigating in the in-flight shop. You're of no use to me asleep. Wake up! What's up? I need you to come with me so I can search the shop. Go on ahead without me. I'll catch up with you later. How has this woman not been fired yet? Oh, I am really mad. You had better hurry and bring to me some evidence. If you could wait just a little longer while we look into the shop. Ha! Don't number the birds before they are born. Don't number the what? I have no idea what he's trying to say. Don't count your chickens before they hatch, perhaps? All I ask of you is your patience and cooperation. My goodness. So this is the in-flight shop. It's quite a mess in here. You think? Guess I'll have to clean things up then. Hold on! You can't clean up a potential crime scene! Oh, thank goodness. I hate cleaning so much. I mustn't rush things here. I must remain cool, calm, and collected. Okay. Because this piggy bank was left at the crime scene. Could this be the murder weapon? Wait. There is a very good chance that the killer had paid this place a visit. Huh? Inside this display case is a row of lifesavers and life vests for sale. We sell a lot of those when there's some kind of accident or something. But some people buy them even when nothing's going on. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? Care to buy one? What do you mean it's not for free? I sense that this shop is one shopper away from being sued. What are these? Oh, those are our company's completely original line of suitcases. They're practically flying out the door. That's how popular they are. You should buy one and see how you like it. You won't regret it. Perhaps that's how things work on this flight, but in the real world you try and buy. No way, but either way, it doesn't really matter. True, either way, why would anyone buy a suitcase after they've boarded the plane? Anyway, see that? Just look at all the Captain Hugo heads painted on there. What? Cute company mascot, isn't he? What? They're painted on with a lot of care. Doesn't he look like he's about to jump out at you? What? It is certainly making something jump inside my stomach. Huh? Oh, I guess there's no fooling your refined taste. You looked like you really wanted to get one. And I thought I was gonna finally make my first sale, but you saw right through it. First sale? Glad that's done, though. Never make me try to give you a sales pitch ever again, okay? But I never showed any interest in it to begin with. It really is pretty horrible, isn't it? You wanna know something? This suitcase was designed by Miss Rhoda. Miss Tenero designed this? Yeah, it was a company-wide contest. Well, it does have a very sharp design sense. Sharp like stinky sharp cheddar, maybe. My god, she hates her. I really have no idea why the bigwigs decided to go with it. So, Miss Tenero designed this, did she? It's definitely not what I would have expected. Oh, what the? Oh my god, what? You okay? I'm fine, please watch yourself, Miss Meal. Letting a suitcase freely roll around has got to be a safety violation. Here, I'll put it back. What? It's insane. Beautiful flowers in a beautiful arrangement. I feel cleansed just by looking at them. Well, you're kind of stepping on a few of them, you know, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, excuse me. Okay, then. There are all kinds of luxury name brand merchandise for sale in this display case. And they're lined up in in such a manner as to scream, "Buy me!" to any passers-by. Why is there like a handbag here? Ada Hermes anjir. Stuffed toys just like the one Miss Emile is holding are on display here. They're relatively cheap, which explains why they're displayed so haphazardly. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? You know you want one too. They're great for when you're stressed. Why do I envision stuffed animal abuse when she says that? There is a wide selection of souvenirs for sale in these display cases. You know what I'd suggest? Sorry, but I have no intention of buying souvenirs on this trip. Okay, then how about you buy something for me then, as a present? I can't think of a single reason why I'd want to buy you anything. But I've had my eye on that pendant for such a long time. Try paying some attention to me when I ask you something and then we'll talk. Cool. The glass from this display case door is shattered all over the floor. And it looks like there's nothing on display inside either. Wait, actually, I think there is something. What's this? A mini captain's hat? From the plush? Anything else? Okay, let's try logicking. I mean, are we done? It seems like we checked out everything. I don't know much about this shop, but you can still ask me about whatever. Nothing. Oh, okay, well, we're not done, I guess. The way she's staring at the camera is crazy. Okay, fine, whatever. I think we need to play logic. I don't know. There we go. That probably used to be on top of the piggy bank's head. Let's give it a go and see. Oh, I believe this piggy bank was forcibly removed from this display case. Does this mean that the killer broke the glass to get it? To get at it? Yeah, really? Don't tell me you don't know what things go where in the shop. In the shop. Well, I don't. Miss Rhoda's in charge of this place. So come on, how should I know anything? I sense that further inspection of this display case is needed. What, really? Okay. I keep forgetting that it just goes back to this screen instead. Okay, so like, what? Oh, hello. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. The heck is this? Ooh. Is this the same man as the one portrait by the statues from the elevator? Yeah, that's a paperweight of the founder of Goyu Airlines, Mr. Yugo Hughes. On the bottom shelf, we have the cute one, with the middle shelf is the realistic one. And on the top shelf, that's the floral version? Are you sure about that? Let me guess, you just said the first thing that came to your mind, right? Looks like hit the bullseye. What the hell? Goyu Airlines, related books line in the shelf, the history of Goyu Airlines, the future of Goyu Airlines, the 7 wonders of Goyu. Fight on, Goyu Airlines. Working name, Yugo Airlines. Yugo you. The titles make it very clear that it won't be making the top sellers list anytime soon. Oh my god. The glass on this door is broken. Perhaps it was the killer who broke in order to take the piggy bank. But it's a bit odd that the inside of the case is so devoid of glass shards. Plus, the glass broke rather cleanly. What is it? I touched the glass and it cut my finger. It hurts, Mr. Edgeworth. It hurts. Please tell me you can deal with such a minor cut on your own. Jeez. Oh my god, what do we deduce? The broken glass with what? What do we deduce and what evidence do we present? Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? I don't know!
Eureka!
Really? Okay. There's something very... See, like, I still don't get, like, the nature of the deuce. About what? If the killer had broken the glass to get at the captain's Yugo bank, there should be shards of glass inside the case. But what if it jumped out of the case? Obviously. I guess it would be like that. However, there's not a single piece of glass inside the display case. No. No, there isn't. Which means that the glass was broken from the inside out. The piggy bank must have fallen over from the turbulence and right through the glass. Yeah, that's for sure. There's so much glass all over the floor. I'm willing to bet that this hat was knocked off its head at the time, too. Eh? That's nice. Which leads me to believe that the killer took the Captain Yugo bank from here after the turbulence. Oh. Tidur, njir. Take your power naps in your own time, Miss Meal, and listen when I'm talking. And the murder occurred before the turbulence, which rules this piggy bank out as the murder weapon. So you mean the bank's not the real murder weapon? It's a fake? Yes, at this point, that is a very real possibility. But then what if when the killer went to take Captain Yugo, they broke the glass by accident? The display case is locked, so that's highly unlikely. Yeah, but there's one person who could've. Miss Rhoda again? Who would that be? Miss Rhoda, of course. I mean, she's the one in charge of this place, so she has the keys to everything. Miss Rhoda Tenero, huh? Yo, what's your issue with her? For security, there's a lock in this display case. Miss Meal, if I may ask you about this lock. The one who's in charge of the shop is Miss Rhoda, so she's got the keys to all the display cases. I see. Oh, I bet you want to buy something. Do you want me to go get the key from her? No, that's alright. Okay, so planes shaking. There we go. Yes, there is definitely something wrong here. What's with the sudden yelling? Tell me, Miss Meal, don't you think there's something strange about these suitcases? Oh, well, sure, they totally ooze strange, like the color and the such. That's not what I'm talking about. Now pay attention. You're scaring me, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, the suitcases are lined up a bit too prim and proper. Yeah, they look a bit uptight, don't they? But I guess they take after their creator. Again, that's not what I meant, Miss Meal. Don't you find it unusual that these cases are the only things undisturbed by the turbulence? Never mind, I'd sooner find an answer by inspecting these suitcases myself. Upon closer inspection, they really are quite hideous. I wonder how Miss Rhoda would have reacted if she'd heard what you just said. What's wrong? She makes a good point. It would be wise of me to watch what I say out loud. What's this? I've spotted something that's not quite right. What is so unusual about this suitcase? There's... the ini.
Take that!
This is what is so odd. Wait! Huh? No? Like, this one has like a stopper and that one doesn't. So, like, should I have... what? Then should I have, like, pointed at this... what? No, like... I know. Oh, this one? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, is that blood? What?
Take that!
There's something very peculiar about these wheels. As in, there are no stoppers in place. Okay, yeah. Without stoppers, one would think that the turbulence would have sent it flying, and so it's very likely that the suitcase was placed here after we hit that turbulence. Let's take a closer look at it, shall we? What's this? The wheel is completely covered in something. It's dipped. It appears the substance in question is grape juice. But why would there be juice on the wheel of a suitcase? This is so terrifying. My god. This is terrifying. If it would appear to be unlocked, let's take a look at what's inside. Whoa! A piece of cloth is soaked with blood. Woo! It's blood! It appears that this suitcase is very strongly tied to our murder after all. Cool. So explain this to me. What does this suitcase have to do with the murder? I believe it's pretty safe to say that the killer used the suitcase in some manner, such as to move something, perhaps. Yeah, but aren't you just talking about the cloth then? That alone is too small. A larger item would be needed to move what I'm thinking of. A body? The thing I believe the killer used the suitcase to transport is the boy thing. Something that would fit inside a suitcase is also covered in blood. Sounds like a dead body, doesn't it? But... in light of this, I'd say that Mr. Hicks was moved into the elevator from someplace else. Which means that the murder was committed in an entirely different location. So you're saying that after moving the body into the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase in here and just left it? See, this is like the suitcase. The suitcase mark. So maybe they were murdered. Maybe he was murdered in the... whatever... flight attendant room or something. If we're suspecting the flight attendants. And the body is dumped in the elevator and then return it, and then the wheel got the grape juice got on the wheel during this. Exactly. What was he doing in the flight attendant room? Okay, well, maybe not the flight attendant room, but just I don't know where. I mean, where else? Like the passenger area? The toilet? Nothing, just that I was thinking about what Miss Rhoda said about coming here for something. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I wanted to give you a bit more time, but I'm afraid I wasn't able to convince the captain. What can you do? I'm very sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but the captain feels that he has allowed you ample time. He says that he'd appreciate it if you could wrap it up here and return to your seat. I understand his sentiments, however, if I'm not allowed to complete my investigation, the crime scene may become contaminated by the time we land. If I must stop that, I insist I be allowed to oversee the preservation of the 2 sites. Under your supervision, of course. If that's your only condition, then I believe we can accommodate your wishes. I'm here to assist you in any way that I can, Mr. Edgeworth. Okay. Sounds like fun. We can camp out and watch over everything together. I found proof that the real crime scene was not in the lounge, and I have enough evidence to prove myself to be innocent of any wrongdoing. The captain is very protective of this weird gift shop, and yet, regarding what Miss Meal reminded me about Miss Tenero. Yeah, she's like so weirdly antagonistic. I don't know. I can't allow my investigation to end here. The truth must come to light. I'm gonna charge my phone. Wait, guys. Gonna charge my phone. It's running out of battery. Okay. 99 to apa ya? 99 is my birthday. We're gonna have 3D. To be continued. My pizza's gonna arrive in like... a few minutes, I think. Oh my god, is that the Steel Samurai guy? The Salmonella guy? Yo! I know that once we had landed, I'm supposed to let the local police take over. And thanks to Miss Tenero and Miss Meal, I was able to preserve the crime scene. But I just can't shake it. I wasn't able to talk with Miss Tenero in private. So I'm left wondering just what was she up to? Why did she do what she did? There must be a way for me to continue my investigation. I've been expecting you, Miles Edgeworth. Oh, Franziska? I thought you were still in Germany. I go where I am needed, and where there are criminals to be caught. Her name, Franziska von Karma. The daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Karma. She, like myself, is a prosecutor. Are you heading up this case? It would be a bit of a relief if you are. Don't you try to flatter me, Miles Edgeworth. I am placing you under arrest. Why? What? It's quite frustrating, actually. I had hoped to exact my revenge on you in a different venue. But I'll have to take what I can get. I never thought I'd see the day when a disciple of the House of Von Karma would become a criminal. Have you no shame? Well, I mean, Manfred was a criminal. Wait, it's all been a big misunderstanding. I didn't kill the victim. A misunderstanding? I heard all about the murder over the police radio from the captain himself. Well, the captain's wrong. You waited for the victim on the first floor and then beat him to death. Franziska, do you honestly believe that I killed a man? I suppose I should reserve judgment until after I have investigated this for myself. I can put your arrest on hold until then. That's as it should be. I don't need a lecture on how to perform my duties from you, of all people. To be perfect in every way. The fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. Well, I have my own creed which I must fulfill, so why don't we solve this together? I have to get going, the crime scene awaits. Don't you dare leave town. Trust me, I had no intention to. Detective Gumshoe! Oh, yes sir! Ah! Too slow. Ow! Listen up, I'm leaving you in charge of watching this man. Don't mess up, understand? Mr. Edgeworth, I'm supposed to guard him? A simple yes or no, detective. Ah, yes, sir. Understood, sir. You just leave it to me. Miles Edgeworth, if you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you on the spot. Are we clear? Now then, if you'll excuse me. Fudge, okay. Good to see you again, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Boy, am I glad to see you're okay. Thank you, Detective. I believe in you, sir. You can lean on me. I'll get you through this. I have to admit I'm a bit curious as to what Francisca is up to. Maybe I should ask the good detective. Very well. In that case, I have a few questions for you. I want to talk to Salmonella. Looking from behind. I think I've seen this man somewhere before. In Soviet Russia, where flies lunchboxes eat you! Found it, lol! Oh, I feel a wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000 lols. For my next lead movie, it's gonna be a Steel Samurai, warrior of New Old Tokyo. Versus the world samurai, champion of Earth. It's gonna rock, sir. So many boxers. So the Steel Samurai is finally getting a movie. Okay, that's good. Hey, I'm gonna get my pizza. Be right back. Woo. Aren't you guys glad we get to see Salmonella again? I sure am glad. Be right back. Am I gonna? Oh no. I'm gonna get a smaller plate. Okay. Yay! Pizza! Yay! Ooh! I don't know what pizza this is. What toppings did you get? There's like cheese, jalapeno, pepperoni, the usual, tomato base. It's not the illegal pizza. I think there's just some spice and honey on it too. It tastes good. I like it. How big is the pizza? It's a pretty big cut. Very nice. It's a local brand pizza. Yum. No pizza for you guys, but at least I can eat it tomorrow. It's a bit pricey compared to like the normal like franchise pizza and stuff, but it's really good. It's like my birthday pizza. I guess so, yeah. Support UMKM, anjay. Support small businesses. It's good. I like it. Just like how Salmonella's eating bento, I'm eating my pizza. Dinner with Salmonella. I wonder if there's martabak flavor pizza. Like dessert pizza? Yeah, why not? Somebody asked yesterday, Reine, do you eat the pizza crust? I eat the pizza crust if it's delicious. I just feel like the crust is a nice palate cleanser. I feel the creative powers flowing into me. Like if the crust, it's a crust of a pizza that is well cooked, it will taste good. Eating the crust right now. Very good. Like the toppings is so flavorful, so sometimes you need to balance it out. We should have a eating stream or a cooking one. Oh! The most recent cooking stream we had was with Aozora. And also I had one with Hachama. It's a pretty rare stream, but like it's always a treat when we have them. Making me hungry. I'm sorry. It's like almost 10 p.m. here. I'm eating like pretty late. This is my dinner. Hachama kaminari noodle. Yum! The cheese is also very nice. Very good. There was also another like really good pizza Like it was like, so they had this pizza in like a local food court, and it was like part of like a supermarket, basically. Like they have a very small like food court section, and the pizza there is like very good. Like for its price, definitely so delicious. Wood fire pizza goes hard too, just good flavor. I don't know if this is wood fire or oven. What's the difference? This one's like has a little bit of crisp, gosong dikit. Like a little bit of like burning. Have you tried fries on pizza that Rara keeps recommending? What fries on pizza? Wood fire is usually more expensive. Well, this is expensive, but I have no idea if it's like wood fire or not. They don't exactly advertise it as such, but they do look different from like the normal franchise pizza I'm usually like, eating. It's common in Italy apparently. Well, I've never had them, so I need to. Do you like mushroom on pizza? Neutral. Like, I'm okay with it. そう、フライドポテトピザ売ってるとこ見たことない。私も見たことない。I've been to Italy once, but apparently, I guess I didn't explore Italy that much because I didn't see fries pizza. Maybe in Italy. I need to explore more Italy. The way Rainier Leaf Edgeworth Idol makes Edgeworth and Gumshoe looks like they're shooting an album cover. I know, like the pensive emo feel. It's pepperoni pizza with fries on top. I've never had those. I want to see. Culinary adventures. I need to ask Raora more about Italian food. Yum! The pepperoni and like the drizzle of like spicy honey is so good. Alright. Delicious. Alright, I'm done eating. That was a nice break. Streamers gotta eat too, okay? How many slices left? I bought like a 6 slice. So I ate 1, so that means 5 left. I can eat that for breakfast, dinner, lunch. My local pizza place has bacon and spicy honey. It's so good. Oh, spicy honey is so good. I also really like 4 cheese pizza with a drizzled honey on top of it. I don't know. Honey is just beautiful. I love honey so much. Hachimi. It's actually crazy how good honey goes with salted hams, meats, and bacon too. Yeah! It's kind of like the same, similar with salted caramel or something. Like you would think salt on something sweet, but actually no, that makes a great balance. Anything like caramelized on like bacon or any type of meat is beautiful. I love it. Alright, let's go back to the game. VOD gang will be like, girl, stop eating. I guess it's like the beauty that you can get when you're like watching live. Like, oh, okay, she decides to eat. Okay, and then VOD watchers, you know, people who are like watching like, you know, from the playlist. You know, 1, 2, 3 will be like, girl, come on, let's get on with the case already. Stop eating. Stop freaking eating. This child seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many planes. Wow! I'd love to take a run down that runway. Oh, the youth of today. So much potential, yet so misguided. VOD watchers be skipping. I guess so. Like, you could skip. Like, when does she finish eating? Skip. This man was in first class with me. He was quite shaken up by the whole affair. Quiver. I did it. I made it the whole flight. I'm not scared of turbulence anymore. He must have been pretty scared. He's repeating the same thing over and over to himself. Lunchland. Oh, Lunchland! Not bad. I guess it's gotten big enough to warrant its own brand shops. What should I go with? I recommend our airport special World Flags lunch boxes, only available for a limited time. We have a variety of lunch boxes made up to look like different countries' flags. I wonder if they're aiming to take Lunchland to the international market? Harap. Do we have to talk to him? So how is the initial investigation going? We just shipped the body off to the coroner's office. And we're taking statements now, sir. That sounds like Franziska. She was always good at quick responses to a case. I'd say she was, a little too quick, sir. Oh, how so? Oh, I rushed it over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. But somehow when I got here, Miss Von Karma was already here barking out orders at everyone. It was kind of creepy, as though she knew there had been a murder or something. Woof woof. And had come in advance to await your flight's arrival. That is sort of odd. She did show up rather quickly and out of the blue. Plus, I still don't know why she's here in America. There must be some backstory to all this. Miss Von Karma just kind of popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago, sir. Something about chasing down leads related to a certain inkydink. No details? It's kind of top secret. So she can't talk about it even with me, sir. Knowing her, the only type of talking she likes to do is with her whip. Plus, I doubt the top secret part was what stopped her from talking to you, detective. Although I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Anyway, that's about all the info I have, sir. We should find out more as we investigate. Yes, it is high time to resume my investigation, starting with talking to the people involved in this case afresh. Huh? Steak. I've always wanted to give their steak lunch a try. Which should I go with? I recommend our airport special World Flags lunch boxes. Is that okay, sir? Thanks. Alright, then I'm really gonna get one. Here I go. Excuse me, miss. I'll take a Star-Spangled Banner lunchbox, please. Whoa. I hope he's aware that's the most expensive one on the menu. Oh, we can go here? So you must be the captain. Why, yes I am, and who might you be? I am the prodigy prosecutor, Franziska Von Karma, and I have a few questions for you. Ah, don't you dare, Captain, getting friendly with another woman. I'll never forgive you if you do. What are you talking about? I only have eyes for you, my dear Cammy. I wouldn't bet money on our dear Captain to be much of a reputable person. Sure you don't want to ask the Captain some questions, sir. He was in the cockpit the entire time. I highly doubt he would know anything of use. Anyway, I like to leave that type of witness to Franziska and her whip. Ah! Oh, again? Why is he mad again? Now see here! Ah! Sorry. I'm sorry! How long do you intend to hold me? It is impossible for me to be the criminal, I told you! Mr. LeBlanc. Oh, it's you. Tell this man to stop stopping me from going! Time is money. I don't have even 1 second of wasteful time to spend. Sir, you can't go in there. I'm Miles Edgeworth. I go wherever I want. Please let me through. I'm very sorry, sir. No one is allowed to enter without Miss Von Karma's express permission. But I'm on the case. Yes, I understand that, but I also have explicit instructions not to let you through from Miss Von Karma. Why would you do this to me, Franziska? Did you finish taking his statement yet? Yep, all done, sir. I do not concern if you're not done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back! If you make a single scratch on my art, you will pay! Art? What sort of art? Mr. LeBlanc is an art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork done in the cargo hold, sir. There's practically a mountain of them, large and small. From folk costumes to stone statues, I sell all kinds of arts. Folk costumes? Speaking of which, Mr. LeBlanc's hat... Oh! It kind of looks like that other piece of cloth. So was he killed in the cargo hold? Can we present this? Okay, I'm gonna examine this. From there to be this much blood on this piece of cloth, was the victim wrapped in it at some point? There's something very familiar about this fabric pattern. I'm gonna present this to him. Mr. LeBlanc, can you please take a look at this for me? Oh, it's a Borginian cloth. As I suspected, your hat is made of the same material, I suppose. Yes, of course, this fabric is so famous. Orders come from over the seas for more. Then this is the cargo you were talking about earlier? No, my cargo this time is much, many gigantic. You, detective, when can I have my cargo moved? You can get your cargo back when we're done investigating, pal. The stubbornness of you police, it is no good! And it is no good that the attendant refuses to exit the attendant's room too. That attendant? I wonder if he's talking about Miss Tenedo. Yeah... No. What did you mean by that attendant, Mr. LeBlanc? She was taken into the attendant's room for an interview. And then they still have not come out. They make no sign of coming out either. I was finished with my own interview much earlier, quicker than her. Why is Miss Tenero's interview the only one that's taken up so much time? Hey, Franziska. Miles Edgeworth, you were given free rein to examine the plane, weren't you? Yes, I was able to obtain the cooperation of the flight attendants. Speaking of attendants, I'd like to speak with Miss Tenero. I wonder if you might grant me permission to enter the flight attendant's room? Before I do, still have to clear up a few issues surrounding your own circumstances. I understand. You may have tricked those attendants with your sophisticated talking, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes, Miles Edgeworth. Really? You think I killed him? Let's not complicate things and go with the most obvious conclusion. The scene of the crime was here in the very lounge the body was discovered. From the time the victim was seen calling for an attendant until his body was found, the only person in this lounge the entire time was you, Miles Edgeworth. This, unmistakably, makes you the likeliest suspect. But... the likeliest suspect, Franziska. Do you have a problem with that? No, but it's not like you to use such vague wording. You're usually a bit more absolute. I'm simply trying to watch out for you. Or is my kindness too hard for you to comprehend? Thank you, but your leniency is unnecessary, for I will prove my innocence soon enough. If I want to continue my investigation, I'll have to break her line of logic fast. Okay.
Hold it!
So tell me, Franziska, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene? I know all that I need to know in order to arrest you, and nothing more. Are you saying there is more I need to know? Ah! What did you witness, sir? Sorry, Scruffy. My hand must have slipped. It would appear that Francisca doesn't have all the facts of this case yet. Okay, let's press.
Hold it!
What do you mean by seen? Please stop pretending like you don't know. It's insulting. Obviously, I'm talking about how Mr. Hicks was seen calling for an attendant at 5 a.m. And then from the time after that call until the body was found.
Hold it!
Well, it's true that I was in a lounge the whole time. That fact alone does not make me the criminal.
Objection!
We'll see about that at the conclusion of this investigation. However, there is one thing that even you must admit at this time. This unmistakably makes you the likeliest suspect. Under the circumstances, I suppose I can agree that I am the most likely suspect. But I believe in you, sir. I don't think you did it. Miss Von Karma's gonna believe that too, right? I mean, you two are like siblings. Ow! Quiet, Scruffy. Even if we were related by blood, that's no guarantee that he's not a criminal. I demand to see some proof that you are not the guilty party. The likeliest suspect, huh? What a roundabout euphemism. But it would appear that she doesn't yet know about the new evidence that we acquired and where we acquired it. I'll take care of the gaps in her logic one hole at a time. So... Okay, oh yeah, okay, this. Ah, これ.
Objection!
This was used to transport the body. It would appear that you did not have all the information you needed after all. And what does that mean? I found a nice piece of evidence just before I was forced to stop investigating. A piece that proves that the body was moved from a different location. The killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body, meaning that the real scene of the crime is not this lounge at all.
Objection!
Now who's the one rashly jumping to conclusions? Excuse me? All you did was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. That doesn't prove the body was moved. It could be that the killer simply chose that suitcase as a good place to hide the cloth. I expected you would come to that conclusion. It would seem I can't escape that easily. You should know better than that. Avant Karma is perfect in every way. Oh, but did you know that the killer definitely wheeled the suitcase around at some point?
Objection!
As if there is proof of that. Where is the proof that the suitcase was moved around?
Take that!
The spilled grape juice in front of the elevator? Yes, and I'd like to draw your attention to this area here. Where is the evidence that proves the killer dragged the suitcase through here?
Take that!
This mark here, wouldn't you say that it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? I suppose. Further, there is also grape juice residue on the wheels of the suitcase. That means that the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through here. I suppose this means that the killer did move the victim's body from somewhere else. I'm glad you've come to your senses.
Objection!
Not so fast! This still doesn't put you in the clear. Not by a long shot! Really? There's still more? You prepared yourself and acquired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. Oh, this again? And then you waited for the victim in the lounge where you beat him to death. While you were in the elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase, the plane hit that patch of turbulence and out flew the body from within the suitcase. With no way out, you hastily put the suitcase back where you had taken it from and pretended to be the discoverer of the body. Not a bad bit of fly. Really? I thought it was terrible. For something you thought of on the fly. Well, I guess, yeah. Just what are you insinuating? That I will show you exactly how flawed your logic is. No matter how strong of a face you put on, not even you can hide your fears from me. Dang. I'll expose the flaws in your logic in one fell swoop.
Hold it!
And how do you suppose I was able to take the piggy bank out of its display case? As I recall, the case was locked. That's easy. If the case was locked, you simply had to hit the glass Like this. Ow. You've shattered my heart of glass. So she wants to talk about the in-flight shop and the Captain Hugo Bank, does she? That takes care of how you obtained the murder weapon. Okay, you know what? This is all bullshit.
Objection!
The fact that you took this piece of evidence into account in your testimony is to be commended. Your legal prowess is certainly something to be feared. Evidence and logic, essential tools that those who would stand in a courtroom must learn to master. What if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown into the mix? A fake? This Captain Hugo piggy bank is just such a fake. It is not the real murder weapon. What? The timing of when the bank was taken from the shop is important, and it was taken after the turbulence had occurred. But then what about the blood on the bank? What do you make of that? Ya itu cuman dicelup-celupin doang ke kepalanya dia. I assume it was added after the murder when the killer fabricated this weapon. Looking at it this way, the killer basically did 3 things after the turbulence. After exiting the elevator, the killer brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Then the killer proceeded to pick the bank up from off the floor and took it to fabricate a fake murder weapon by hitting the victim on the head. Finally, the victim's wallet was planted on my personnage, in my pocket to be precise. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Acby Hicks. You there! Yes, ma'am! Other than this piggy bank, was anything else resembling a murder weapon found? We didn't find anything in this lounge or in the shop that could be used as one, ma'am. Most of the items that could have been used were broken during the turbulence. And the remaining items all tested negative for any trace of blood. You see, while Miles Edgeworth, it appears your stall tactics are at an end. But it's possible that it's just hidden somewhere, sir. If the criminal had wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place, I think the weapon would have been hidden in the same place as the bloody cloth. Exactly what I was thinking. Because the cloth was hidden inside that suitcase, it signals to me that the killer had not prepared for a more secure place to hide the evidence. Which means that the real murder weapon is either still on the murderer's personage, or is still at the real crime scene.
Objection!
There is one more possibility, and that would be that the piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. But didn't we just... Let me finish. The killer took the bank out from the display case before the turbulence by opening the lock on the display case door. And it was at the time that the glass pane in the door was broken. I'd say that's a perfectly reasonable line of reasoning, wouldn't you? Again, let's see. So that means that the killer had the key to the display case. Franziska, the person you're talking about... Not so fast, I'm not finished. The person I'm talking about also committed another sin. She tricked the captain and granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Yes, it is the sin of lying! Speaking of which, I recall that you also wished to speak with her. Yes. Very well, permission granted, but only if I can sit in on your interrogation. Do we understand each other? I have no intention of interrogating her, but you are welcome to accompany me if you so wish. I'm gonna drink my drink. Mr. Nero is in the flight attendant's room. Let's move. Okay. Professional style. Wow, they even have like a proper like a proper dress style and what? So you're the one that poked around inside this plane without the captain's permission. Oh, there's another suitcase there. Deviating from the flight attendant's manual is very unbecoming, you know. What were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Mr. Nero. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're here too? Can you please help us and shed some light on why you did what you did? Alright. It's one of those suitcases designed by Miss Tanero. You can tell it's hardly ever been used by the lack of even a single scratch on it. So these are the attendants' lockers, huh? Let's hurry up and examine them, sir. Why must men always be so rude? Besides, who exactly gave you permission to search the attendants' lockers? Wait, detective! It would be uncouth of us to look in a woman's locker without her permission. I guess so. Plus, I feel this murderous draft and I can sense a whip not far behind. Miles Edgeworth, is there something that you should be doing right now? Of course, I should be asking Miss Tanero from her side of the story. Okay, fine. And all does that have anything to do with what's over there? Nothing really. If you already knew that, then why don't you hurry up with the interrogation already? Okay, fine, let's go. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's permission like that? Because I didn't think I would be able to get his permission. What do you mean? The captain. He only has ears for Cammy. I spoke with the captain a little earlier myself. She definitely seems to be rather taken with Miss Meal. Yes, and on top of that, I had mistakenly accused Mr. Edgeworth of being the killer. I wanted to make amends. In that case, please allow me to thank you for what you did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Really? You were able to prove your innocence? Oh, thank goodness. Miss Tanero, is it? There is one more thing I'd like to ask you. You were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence, weren't you? Please answer honestly. Yes, I was. And why were you there? Well, Why the sudden hesitation? Francisca seems to have struck a nerve. All I did was go check up on the shop like I always do. You're saying it was for work then? Yes, I'm in charge of the shop, so I have to keep an eye on it. I don't have any reason to go there otherwise. After your visit to the shop, you paid a visit to this room, correct? Yes, I came back to freshen up and adjust my makeup. I'm sorry, but there isn't much else to tell. Yeah, that explains why Cammy can go against the dress code, because she's the captain's favorite. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Miss Tanero claims to have no reason other than duty to go to the shop. But is that all there is to it? Maybe I should ask her about that thing. But I don't know, guys, like... So in other flights where the captain's different, she has to dress up? What should I ask her about? The suitcase? If you could please take a look at this for me, Miss Tanero. Oh, that suitcase. Yes, about this suitcase. You are the one who designed it, correct? And I think I figured something else out about it. The suitcase is the reason you went to the shop, isn't it? There's nothing you won't find out eventually, is there? Won't you please tell me more about the suitcase? Yes, I was interested in seeing how the suitcases I had designed were selling. I know that as a service professional, I'm not supposed to care. But I really wanted to know. And I was glad to see that it was the last one there. The last one there? Oh, so when she checked it out... So, there were two, right? There were two. But when she was checking the shop, there was only one. Because the killer was, like, using it elsewhere. So you're saying, Miss Tanero, that the suitcase in question was the last one? Yes, they're just so popular, they're practically flying off the shelves. That's not exactly the impression I got. The one in the shop is most definitely the last one. Well, we're currently looking at the suitcase. Really? Then I guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for you taking the last one. Okay. I didn't say anything about buying it. Then say you'll buy it. I'm sorry, I can't. But why? I think it'd go great with your complexion, Mr. Edgeworth. It really suits you, really? I guarantee it personally as a service professional. Well, that is... How should I put this? It's hideous. What? Maybe that was a bit too direct. Moving on. My issue with the suitcase isn't the design, it's the number of them remaining. Remaining? There were 2 suitcases in the in-flight shop when I investigated it. 2? But that's impossible. I'm sure there was only 1. Looks like her story has generated quite the contradiction. When I left the shop, I'm positive there was only 1 suitcase left. Something is amiss here. What could be the meaning of this inconsistency? By the way, Miss Tenero, what is one of those suitcases doing here? That's... I thought you said there was only 1 left? That one is, it's mine. I've used it for a very long time now. It's 1? It's $1,200? Are you kidding me? She's used it for a long time? I think not. Miss Tenero, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. Excuse me? I don't believe it for even 1 second that you've used this for a very long time. What proof that it hasn't been used for nearly as long as Miss Tenero says? The price tag, maybe?
Take that!
Tell me, Miss Tenero, is it also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suitcase? What is the meaning of this? Why would you lie about a suitcase? Despite having faith in their design sense, the sales numbers made her cry bitter tears. The truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. Miss Tenero, I think I understand. I know what you are trying to hide. Now then, the suitcase was originally in... the in-flight shop? I guess? Seeing as how the price tag is still on the suitcase, one can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. And the person who bought the suitcase was... Rhoda Tenero, I guess.
Take that!
It was you, wasn't it, Miss Tenero? I hate to say this, but the suitcase that you designed... it hasn't sold very well, has it? Why are we talking about this? You saw how poorly this design that you poured your heart into was selling. And were deeply hurt. That's why you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Then the reason you went to the shop and came back here was... I'm sorry! All I really have is my job. I was overjoyed when my design was chosen. I thought that maybe I had finally accomplished something. I mean, I don't know, I guess like being a flight attendant is already something impressive. But the suitcases didn't sell. It's because of the design, isn't it? All because it's, as you put it, hideous. I mean, if her design was the one who got chosen, like imagine how hideous the other ones must have been. I can't say they chose a great place in which to sell them either. We weren't selling a single one and they were just sitting there collecting dust. I felt so bad seeing them there day in and day out. So I decided to buy one for every flight I worked. Oh my god. You buy one every single time you work a flight? I see, so in order to keep your resolution, you went and bought one today as well. Yes, and here's my receipt for that purchase. This receipt is clearly timestamped 5:40 a.m. How rich is she? 1,200 every flight? She's rich! The truth is, there's still a bunch of them left unsold. They're planning to scrap the remaining ones at the end of this flight. No! Miss Tenero, where are these other suitcases? They should all be down in the... The suitcase the killer used could very well have come from the... See, that's what I said. Mr. Edgeworth, you don't think that the killer used one of my suitcases too? No, it can't be 1,200 yen. No, that's too cheap. Yes, I do. The killer used one of your beloved suitcases. Well, maybe it's just made of very durable. Despite the design, it's actually maybe like super durable. No, like somebody said, it might be 1,200 yen. Yeah. Maybe like it's just very durable. Like skin aside. How could they? The suitcases were meant to be faithful partners to our passengers on their trips. That's all I ever wished for them to be. Miss Tenero, is there any other way to get to the cargo hold other than an elevator? Yes, this room. Just kidding. Oh, I guess, yeah. What about security? That door has no special lock installed because just to enter this room, you will need to be a flight attendant, I guess. You need a special keycard that only crew members have access to. Which means that the culprit is someone who can enter this room, eliminating the passengers and leaving only crew members as potential suspects. I can't believe it. Yes, Francisca? Going on these wild goose chases, you're a disgrace to the Font Karma name. What do you mean by that? The suitcase came from the cargo hold. The fact alone tells the whole story. Yes, which is why I say the culprit must be a crew member who used the keycard. Miles Sedgeworth, you're proposing that the killer rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? Yes, that's the only realistic possibility. That other attendant, Miss Meal. I asked her earlier and she had this to say. Francisca got information out of Miss Meal? In order to make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different keycard is required. A different one? Yes, and the only person who holds that particular card is you, Miss Rhoda Tenero, and only you. Well, someone could have swiped it, I don't know. What? Is this true, Miss Tenero? Yes, I keep that keycard in my locker at all times. Could you please show us that card right now? Oh, it's gone! Yes, hold on. Oh, I don't believe it! What's wrong? The keycard, it's gone! Ah, very clever. Pretending that your card was stolen when in fact you're just trying to hide it from us. You've really thought this through. Wait, it's not like that! You can tell us all about what it's like down at the station. Officer, arrest this woman! Yes, ma'am. No. Mr. Edgeworth. No. What's wrong? There's disbelief written all over your face. Francisca, I know that you are the lead investigator on this case, however, you suck! Hold it! Don't even think about wasting any more of my time. You know the rules as well as I do. You know the rules and so do I. Evidence speaks louder than words. Even if this isn't the courtroom, that basic tenet still applies. Yeah? I intend to investigate the cargo hold now. What will you do, Miles Edgeworth? I intend to do likewise. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Oh! Beautiful. Yay! We're so close to the... Ooh! Cargo hold. Wow, so this is the cargo hold, huh? It's so big! Oh no, there's a lot left! This plane is a special model. It has both a super large cargo hold and ultra luxurious first class seating. So this is the real scene of the murder? There is certainly a high probability of that, which is why we are here, correct? Okay, let's get investigating, sir. What the? What is this? Hey, what's with the suitcase, pal? It's what the victim checked in, sir. The suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. There's nothing out of the ordinary in here, sir. Wait, a file? And there's a photo of Miss Fontkarma in it, sir. Oh! It looks like a profile on Francisca. Eh? Why would Mr. Hicks have had a file on her? Eh? Bed sheets! Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time mover, sir. Look in his eyes, he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. But no matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no intention of doing so. Holy suitcases, Mr. Edgeworth! It's like an all-you-can-use suitcase fair! These must be all the leftover ones they couldn't sell. Aww, I mean... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... It's just 11! That's not a lot! The ones the company is planning to dispose of after the flight is over? This paint shop is really cool, don't you think? It practically screams artsy! Oh, why not purchase one then? I'm sure it will bring you much happiness. You think so? Then maybe I will. Let's see here. $1,200! I think I'll pass. Mr. Nero wonders why they don't sell. You need 2 jobs just to buy one. So it's not exactly because they're hideous. It's because they're hideous and expensive. Although it definitely looks like one is missing. What is this brittle substance I'm stepping on? Glass fragments? His glasses. I think I can safely conclude that these fragments are from a pair of glasses. And the victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. Exactly what I was thinking. I'm sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses lenses. Ergo, the victim was here just as I suspected. So you're saying that the real scene of the crime was here, sir? Isn't that what I've been saying for a while now? Yeah, actually I've been saying that. Is it? I don't know that. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw the conclusion. Yeah, they have to like pay an influencer to use it, and then, you know, just like Lisa Blackpink with the Labubu, and suddenly everybody's just like, oh my god, I need those. However, I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. All that's left is to find the murder weapon. Don't know. All sorts of boxes are piled up here. This one says flammable, and this one it says pharmaceuticals. This one says for exorcism use only. Just what kind of operation is this airline running? Yeah, like every time people think of, even every time I think of like influencer or like, you know, sales, that's all I could think of. A 24-carat Yugo huge suitcase. I didn't know that this plane was capable of carrying such large pieces of cargo. This thing's all as tall as 2 of you on top of each other, sir. It would probably take 20 of you to cover the entire surface of this monstrosity. What, really? Yeah, I guess that sounds about right. There's really no need to take that throwaway estimate seriously, detective. Alright, anything? Oh, I just love pushing the buttons on elevators and crosswalk signals. Here, you should give it a try, sir. Go on, push it. The elevator is currently stopped on the 1st floor, detective. It can't move. Oh yeah, I guess nothing would happen if you pushed it now. Well, nothing would happen normally anyway without the special key card. But the door to the attendant's room and the elevator's control panels require a key card, which makes it impossible for a passenger to come down here. Have you noticed anything strange happening around here? No, sir, I haven't noticed a thing. I'm not sure that he meant to sound so oblivious. You arrived at the scene of the crime before Detective Gumshoe, correct? And you then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were already here at this airport for something besides this murder. Yes, I was. Why at this airport? I've been following a very large and involved governmental-level international crime. Ha! Okay. But it's much too large for one person to take on alone. So it was decided that I should form a joint investigation with Interpol. Oh! Interpol is involved? It's a top-secret operation, so I really can't tell you any more than I already have. Sure. Okay, I guess I should present, maybe? Where's the freaking phone? Okay, actually, oh, okay, maybe I'll show her her profile. Wait, actually no, that's for logic. That's not evidence. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Franziska? Oh, I know. I bet he's a big fan of Miss Von Karma, sir. Francisca said that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol investigation. Oh, maybe Mr. Hicks had heard she was coming here and he followed her. Detective, I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was, in actuality, Interpol agent Hicks. I think Francisca has some explaining to do. Oi, Francisca! You came to this airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? Nonsense, what are you talking about? We found a profile detailing information about you in the victim's luggage. I suppose it was prepared for him so that he could recognize you when he landed. Which makes him not Mr. Hicks, but rather Interpol Agent Hicks, isn't that correct? I should have known you'd figure it out, Mouse. But it looks like they got to him first. So you really did come here to receive an Interpol agent then? Yes. Agent Hicks was on the trail of a very large international smuggling ring. He went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I was supposed to receive a call from him on his cell phone once he had landed. I never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. I think we have now pretty definitive evidence that Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. But what was he doing down here, sir? There's nothing but luggage. Oh, I get it. Maybe he forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Ow! Agent Hicks came here for a work-related reason. Of that I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure he was here to investigate the smuggling operation he was observing. Francisca, do you know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation? No, unfortunately, I was going to find out from him after he landed. I see. But this raises another question. A normal passenger can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew and entered the cargo hold with that person who let him in. And then he was murdered here. These glass fragments and his broken glasses are a testament to that. And then the killer put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases and they entered the elevator. But while they were riding it up, whooshat! The plane hit that patch of turbulence. Because of the intense shaking, the suitcase popped open and Agent Hicks' body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Which explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Oh, really? I think it's pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. What? Really, sir? I know what you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. But the killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Tenero. Oh, man. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. But the point to keep in mind is the key card that allows the elevator to come down here. The only person with such high-level access is Miss Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? I know what she's trying to say, but I'm not certain it's as simple as that.
Hold it!
Let's see. Why would such important things like the keycard be entrusted to only one person? According to Camille, Rhoda Tenero is in charge of most of the important stuff. Then what exactly is Miss Meal in charge of? Chatting it up with that foolish captain, apparently. She was being so foolishly foolish that I didn't want to ask what her other duties were. I understand how you feel, but whipping me just now was uncalled for. In the end, the only one who could have let Agent Hicks into the hold was Rhoda Tenero. I'd say that's a pretty decisive piece of information, wouldn't you? Decisive? Do you really think it's that strong?
Objection!
There is no room for doubts. All of the other evidence points to her as well. It's just like, Meal is so useless, she couldn't have done it. No snappy comeback? That's as it should be. There's not a single flaw in Francisca's reasoning. However, there must be something I can work with that I can draw out of her.
Hold it!
That might be true, but then it could be anyone, including Miss Meal or even the captain. Don't be a fool. A plane without a pilot in the cockpit is like a horse without a rider, crop in hand. A horse? Much like Scruffy over here. I can disagree with her on that. Detective Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. Very well. And what about the other flight attendant, Miss Meal? Yeah, I thought like you can autopilot the flight. What if... Like, would you think the pilot pees with a bottle or something? I thought you might ask about her.
Hold it!
But it's highly unlikely that the keycard was stolen from Miss Tenero.
Objection!
It's highly likely? Is that possibility the best you can come up with? Yar. And you call yourself a disciple of my father? Well, I don't have any evidence, Be quiet, you're a disgrace! There's more evidence pointing to Miss Rhoda Tenero, you know? It's not just the keycard that gives her away! Are you talking about the murder weapon, the Captain Hugo piggy bank? Yes, she is also the only person with a key to open that display case. Here's the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous bank.
Hold it!
The murderous bank. But that is
Objection!
Stop right there, Miles Edgeworth! You don't have any proof that this is just a red herring? If you must keep on insisting that it's a fake, then what is the real murder weapon and where did it go? Sheesh, got locked. Speechless, I see. That's not a surprise. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There must be a way. There must be something that can help me rule out the piggy bank as a murder weapon. What should be examined further to help us ascertain the authenticity of the weapon? I don't know! I don't know! Crime scene is the cargo hold? What? I mean, I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusions. Oh, was I? Yes, we don't even have the autopsy results yet. How can I not say that you made a snap judgment when you have yet to even see if the wound on Agent Hicks's head is consistent with the murder weapon? Scruffy! Yes, sir. Contact the medical examiner's office at once. I wish to hear the results of Agent Hicks's autopsy. Oh, yes, sir. We've got a big problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Huh? What? What is it, detective? They're still doing the autopsy, but they said that they already know this one thing for sure. What? Report, now! The doc said that it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his shoulder down to his mid-back? Ow! Ow! From the victim's shoulder to his mid-back, he was beaten over such a wide area? I thought it was like the head. I'd say maybe it's a sign that the killer had a grudge against Agent Hicks. It wasn't just his head. The killer went all out and hit him multiple times, sir. Head to what? Tertimpa cargo ba? What is had a grudge against Agent Hicks supposed to mean? Well, that's, was the wound on the victim's head consistent with the murder weapon, detective? Oh, well, they say they were still looking into that, sir. You're completely useless. Yeah. Sir, I told you already, you can't go down there. No, you remove yourself from my way. Oh, my goodness. My luggage, my cargo, they're mine, and I demand you return them to me. We're still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. I suppose there is no choice. Finally, I think he... Hey, what are you? You have left me no choice but to use strong force. Arrgh! You will get past me. Ow! This is... Wait, That's it. So that's what this whole thing... Dijorokin anjir! Further, there's the matter of the key to the display case that held the murderous man. After all, you know that we've searched the entire cargo hold and came up empty-handed. There was no weapon! Cause he... Gubrak! The dog said it's one giant bruise from a beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Only took one demonstration... I think it's this one? Yeah. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over, which is why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. But is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? The bruise from the shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark, which is more suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. Ow. The murder weapon must be something far bigger. If we were looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out. But so far, we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps it's something we all overlooked from the very beginning. Because normally it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. It's cargo. What was that all about? Was he trying to jump his way down there? Franziska! What? What do you want? I found it, Franziska. I found the real murder weapon. You did? He really jumped. We didn't realize it until now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. He might be hurt. We should go check up on him, sirs. There's that pompous attitude of yours again. Should learn to drop that habit. It's coming from a prosecutor with a habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Anyway, if you really were a prosecutor, then you'll back yourself up with evidence. You two aren't listening at all, are you? Come on then, show me this real murder weapon you speak of. Don't have evidence to show. Huh, I don't have any evidence to show you. Foolish reasoning for a foolish fool from a foolishly foolish fool meant to fool me? What do you mean by I don't have any evidence to show? Perhaps I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks's death is incorporeal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. Free fall! The victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. In other words, the real cause of death is free falling to the ground. He fell to his death? Yes, this is the only plausible possibility. The victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. And the only rational explanation for this injury is that he fell to his death. But the murder happened inside of this plane. I know. Are you claiming that there is some place in this plane from which he could have fallen from? As I said earlier, the answer has been right in front of us the entire time. You can't mean... Yes, I do. The victim fell from the top of the stairs to this very cargo hold. Of what? Then... We're in trouble. We may have a second death on our hands, sir. Yeah, if there's another turbulence, he's gonna be dead. Hey, you! Tell me you aren't dead, pal! Quiet! Why are you screaming? He's alive! And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. It's not possible that Agent Hicks fell over the railing to his death. That man is living proof of that. I suppose it's true that it's not possible. Oops. Given the current circumstances... The current circumstances? What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? Oh, so before the cargo, the new cargo was loaded from the transfer. He would have been a Borginian pancake for sure, sir. I suppose that man over there would still be breathing. But the reality is that the cargo box is there. So, there's no point in entertaining your wild hypothetical scenarios. It may be there now, but there is no proof that it was always there. Ha! As if there could have been a window of time when the giant box was not there. Ah, but there was. What? What can I use to show her that it's possible the box was not always there? It is sure. Wait, which one is it? Ah, there we go.
Take that!
You refueled in the Republic of Zhengfa? Yes, this flight had a short layover in Zhengfa in order to refuel. Yes, but that wasn't the only reason for the layover. We also transferred some cargo. What if the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time? To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Yay, Zhengfa Express! It's labeled Zhengfa Express! Correct, meaning it was loaded onto the plane in Zhengfa. Ooh, that looks like a not P file, but it's kind of similar. Now what if the box in question was also loaded on at the same time? It would mean that the box was not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhengfa leg of the flight. Making a clear drop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. Ah, but your theory is still very far-fetched. And allow me a chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. My first order of business will be to examine that piece of cargo in more detail. Maybe that's the smuggly. This is a rather large piece of cargo. There's a tag on it, sir. Let's see. Ali Fred statue? Never heard of it. Oh my god. No, right, but all I care about is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Then let's get investigating, sir. Huh? Look here, don't not go about touching my possessions without my permission. Don't rush up on me like that, pal. So this belongs to Mr. LeBlanc, does it? I should see what else I can find out from him. Okay. I take it that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc? Of course it is mine! I shipped this fine piece of art from Europe! This Ali Fred statue is worth 10 million cents! No, maybe much, much more! Mr. LeBlanc's reason for choosing this plane must have been the large cargo hold. 10 million cents? I suggest you stop trying to calculate how many packets of noodles that makes, detective. Darn, how did you do that? I feel like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Although I grow with each revolution of the planet around the sun, I have the distinct impression he continues to madly spin in place. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, so that 10 million cents, is that in euros or in dollars? Does it really make a difference to our case? Mr. LeBlanc, there is a chance that your cargo is related to our murder case. I was wondering if you would allow us to examine it a little bit closer. It is a very valuable piece of art, so no, there will be no touching. Keeping track of this many pieces of cargo must be very taxing on the cargo crew. This sure brings back memories of when I worked as a part-time... Oh my god. Leftover suitcases line up into pretty nice rows. Too bad for Miss Scenario, but this design is unmarketable. I'd buy one if it was cheaper, sir. Do you think they'd sell it to me at a discount? Ooh, or why don't they sell them in the airport and have a bargain basement sale? Buy one, get one free! If you win the raffle, you get one more for free! How about those ideas, sir? I think if they did that, everyone would lose. Mr. Hicks was actually an Interpol agent. That is so cool. I can't believe he was from Interpol. The adventure, the glamour, and the miraculous big escape when you get caught by the enemy. Except in this case, there was no big escape. And no miracle. Let me have a word with you, Franziska. I don't think you have the time for idle chatter. Still need to prove to me that your hypothetical situation is in fact reality. If you spot anything off, you come and tell me right away, okay, pal? Roger, sir. Oh, if you run into any trouble, you just leave it up to me, okay? Yes, sir! Ah, watch out, Detective Gumshoe! Ow! Scruffy, I think your ego is in need of some deflating. I was following in your footsteps, sir. I want to try patronizing my subordinates. Cruel and unforgiving to detectives, even in front of his own subordinate. Oh, that's funny. He wants me to pay him for he'll comment on this? No. What a waste, how horrible to see a priceless piece of cloth soiled. I assure you it wasn't me. I believe it to be the work of the killer. I will teach that killer a lesson, you can be sure I will. It will be the La Blanc Revolution. I think he meant the La Blanc Retribution, but either way, it sounds intimidating. If Mr. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring, then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhengfa. I think I need to question him a bit further. Look here, don't touch. Okay, I'm sorry. Hi, fake statue. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc, I wonder if it might be a fake. What? How dare you say my art is fake? I suspect that your statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. Do not say such fantastical things. Those thieves would not dare. I have the certification of my cargo right here. Do you mean the cargo certification document? Mr. Zinc LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us at once. I can't read this. What does it say? It says as plain as day, the cargo was put onto the plane in Europe. And there you have it, Miles Edgeworth. Too bad for you. The statue was brought on board in Europe, just as it states in the certificate. No, that's... Which means that there was never a window of time in which the statue wasn't sitting there. I respectfully disagree. You can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. Huh! Then you can have your wish. Look at it yourself and see if I am right. Ini palsu, anjir! It's fake because the one has red eyes. I knew I've seen this somewhere before. Is this the olive red? No, it's olive yellow. It gives off such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. The statue has high amount of historic value. After it was unveiled at a museum in Europe, I brought it to this country to exhibit it. That's olive yellow, bro. I believe a closer look is warranted here. But this is the infamous olive red statue. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? Did you find something? There's something wrong with this picture. You should examine it in more detail. Picture.
Eureka!
These eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Yeah, and pretty. They remind me of sunsets when I was in grade school, sir. I don't think you see what I'm talking about. No, I do. But it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. Ah, the memories. I remember standing out in that field, spinning with my arms out until I felt ill. I don't care about sunsets. Focus, detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Huh? Ah! Sir, they're red! As I thought, this statue is a fake. Mr. LeBlanc, what do you want? Do you not know I'm a very busy man? I allow you 2 seconds for your answer. The olive red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? It is the biggest trophy on this European trip. Do you know why I wanted to possess this statue? The trigger started 17 years ago. Better grab a chair, sir. Sounds like this is gonna be a long story. Mr. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you, and you have my heartfelt sympathy, but... What is that sympathy for what? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. That large fellow there has a very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I wasn't talking about the two of us. I mean, the eyes of the statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Why the silent yelling now then? Oh! It is a photo of the statue on display at the museum in Europe. No! Now do you see, Mr. LeBlanc? The statue before us is a fake. A fake? I believe that even further examination will be required now that we have confirmed that this is indeed a fake. There must be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhengfa. So like it was traded or what? It was like the fake one was unloaded there and it was replaced with the real? Because this was onboarded in Europe, he said, right? So they swapped it during the transfer. And I will present to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. What? What? Sorry, what? What remaining contradiction? Oh, evidence. Oh, no. Is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence? Kocak apa ya? Ne. I'm not entirely confident that there's... Singaw, no? I was thinking like it's this one because it was unloaded and so the certificate is wrong? It's not it? Maybe it's maybe this? It was loaded. Maybe this? Maybe this? Yeah. There's clearly a contradiction here. What are you going on about? It's just a simple case of a cargo cover getting stuck under another piece of cargo. Ah, that's not possible. But it is. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhengfa, there is no way that any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. Which means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhengfa. But then what about the cargo certificate? Let me ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of a flight? To menangkap basah, to catch these people in the acts. There is only one reason why, to secure proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. So you say, but I don't believe he had to do that mid-flight. We could have just as easily inspected all of the cargo after the plane landed. No. That may be true, however you have it backwards, Francisca. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed, but he had a reason for coming down to the cargo hold. Suppose he had found the fake at the airport. It would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove that the statue was switched without his knowledge. Which means there is someone involved who is forging or modifying cargo certificates. I guess the victim knew the real version of this was gonna get nabbed, huh? Yes, while this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, it was in fact taken to be used as a reference document later on. Next, Agent Hicks had to secure proof that the smuggling had taken place. He came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold, a rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. A photo of the hold missing a valuable piece of cargo would have been proof enough. After that, all he had to do was hold the Zhengfa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Exactly. This only goes to prove my theory. If the statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe-Zhengfa leg of the trip, there would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Officer! Move this statue immediately! Oh no, will there be blood? I want a thorough examination of the floor underneath! Now! Miss Von Karma, I'm ready to report my findings. Go on. After moving the alley for that statue out of the way, we tested the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction! See, there was a reaction to luminol, an indication that there was blood in that spot. Can we stop looking at it now, sirs? It would seem that my deductions were correct after all. I suppose it would appear that way. The culprit cleaned the blood up well. And how do you think the killer did that? How did the killer clean up all the blood? With this.
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase to clean up the mess. I see, they had a need to clean up all the blood before the plane landed in Singfa. Yes, because otherwise the cargo crew would have discovered it during the layover. So you guys are saying that the murder happened before the plane landed in Singfa? There is no other conceivable timeline for the events of the murder. But if that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. If the murder occurred before he landed in Singfa, then it becomes highly suspect. What? What? Hold on. No! That's bullshit! Recall Miss Meal's testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to when we departed to Singfa. I saw Mr. Hicks sitting in the seat at 5 a.m., you know. The layover happened at 4. So he would have died before, like, during 4, between 4 and 5. But Meal says he's on his seat at 5 a.m., so she has to be lying. She claims Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but that totally contradicts the facts, sir. But why would she lie about something like that? I think the only person who can answer that is Miss Meal herself. There we go. Okay. Miss Meal. Miss Meal! Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Singfa? Huh? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Singfa. Oh. Miss Cammy Meal. Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did? No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction. Very well, Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. What? How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Mia, wake up! Huh? She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her.
Hold it!
Miss Mia, wake up! I'm awake. Mel's Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant! Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use?
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4. Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda. Then what do you do? Then what were you doing in the attendant's room at the time? Eating and then having a most delicious dream? You mean you were neglecting your duties? No way, sleeping's part of our job too, you know?
Hold it!
Miss Me, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! Oh, I'm awake. Oh, ow! What did you whip me for, sir? Oh, what'd I miss? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. From 5 to 6.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yeah, actually, you should. Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 because, she was there to, like, bring your thingy, my god, I don't know. Yeah, here. Suitcase receipt. Bought at the in-flight shop and left in attendance room. The timestamp says 5:40 a.m.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal. A receipt? For what? It's for the suitcase Miss Tenero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp. As you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m. Miss Tenero. Yes. Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase, after which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. And did you see Miss Meal there at the time? No. So, Miss Meal, where were you really between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m.? Miss Cammy Meal! Huh? The bathroom? I'll be the one who asks the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. I need your calls, you know. Do you take me for a fool? That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. You don't believe me, do you? Well, please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Oh. She was serving meals. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too? Come on. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in this shop, you know? If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Please leave Miss Sanera out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Of course, I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Oh man, Miss Rhoda. Now's not the time for this sort of talk.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies. Oh, but say I was an attendant. You wouldn't suspect me then, would you? Yes, I suppose that's true enough. But you think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too? She's already being detained for further questioning, or have you already forgotten? Oh yeah, I guess I just forgot. Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too. Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it. I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me? A killer? Miss Meal, what did you mean just now by no one else could have done it?
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal? I take care of the attendance room? That doesn't count. Aw, but I spent so much time in there, it might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, so you can communicate with those smugglers, yeah? Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place? What else could I have meant? Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian. She's fluent in Borginian. And I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian? Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with Borginian. Very interesting. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Hold it!
Yeah, she could be the one faking the papers. Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes. Huh? But why? Well, Miss Tenero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties. You have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer. But I do not honestly believe Miss Meal does any actual work aboard this flight. Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth, although, well... all I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you do as one in charge of some Borginian stuff? I do stuff like translate things from and into Borginian. Cammy is the only member of the crew who understands Borginian, Mr. Edgeworth. Miss Meal, I take it then that it is your job to process all the Borginian paperwork. See, I totally pull my weight around here. So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work. Miss Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else. That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus. There you go, pushing everything onto her again. I don't get what you're saying. It must be a really abstract concept, huh? The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Look. I mean, should I present this here?
Objection!
So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian, is that correct? Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Borginia for a while. If that's the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? Huh. This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Alifret could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you. Yo, what? Bubbles? Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? Whoa, she's locked in. Oh no, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. Really? All you did was sign it? I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So, sorry about that. It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight. Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that.
Objection!
If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring, and just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is a smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes. So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, and now it's Miss Tenero who is under the microscope. Seems to me that our killer is going to great lengths to pin this crime on anyone they can. You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push off the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. This proves that the killer was out to frame Miss Tenero from the very beginning.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, and yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Miss Tenero from the murder. Miss Tenero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail, but should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, it would put her in a very tight spot. Oh, that was the plan. That's crazy. Unfortunately, for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suit. Like, wouldn't she be able to tell, like, oh, why is the suitcase heavy? Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted their plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyways? That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. What special circumstances dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Where the murder took place? The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter where you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you and you alone could be the killer. And... are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture, Angin. It's the cell phone.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing, and still is. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. And this is the victim's cell phone. Francisca, you were waiting at the airport for a phone call from Agent Hicks' cell phone. Or at least that's what you told me. Try calling it, or something. If it's... I don't know. Usually, thieves of smartphone, they either turn it off or they either, like, set it on silent. But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. You mean the killer took the phone with them? Precisely, I suspect that if we were to find that phone, it would lead us to the killer. Come on, get serious. If the victim fell to his death from that height, wouldn't his phone break as well? We won't know that until we try a little experiment, will we? Francisca, I'd like to ask for your assistance. You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Really? So stupid. Agent Hicks' phone, it's ringing from somewhere, sir. I hear it, detective. Now where is it coming from? Bro, I don't know. Miss Meal, wake up! Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I got sleepy all of a sudden because it sounds like a lullaby I used to love as a child. That's so funny. Here? It sounds like the phone is up in the flight attendant's room. Oh, we better hurry to the flight attendant's room, sir. So stupid! First thing you do is turn it off. The ring is coming from somewhere in here, sir. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. It doesn't seem to be over here. Let's look somewhere else, sir. The ring's coming from in here, sir. What? No, it can't be. This has gotta be the victim's cell phone. Whose locker is this, sir? It's Miss Tenero's. What? So, Mr. Edgeworth, how did it go? Where did you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Tenero's locker. What? But... Rhoda Tenero, I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away.
Objection!
That's why it stayed on. Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the keycard. When the killer went to steal the keycard, he conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time.
Objection!
This is related to the keycard, alright? In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore. What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? He must have something very incriminating on... or in it.
Hold it!
Why don't we snoop through his phone? It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. It's a camera lens, come to think of it. I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of the smuggling? A video recording, maybe! I need you to confirm something. The cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff. So maybe, like, even if the screen is broken, we can transfer the data to the computer or something. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some weird and very inconvenient photos in here for a killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. I'll find a way, don't you worry about that. May I go back to sleep now?
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. What? What do you mean by that, Francisca? It looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Francisca, your phone if you please. Very well. It's transferring. Alright. Wow, okay, you're able to navigate through such broken screen? Oh, it's empty. Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey, the Alifred's nowhere in this pic, sir. But this has no meaning as a piece of evidence in this murder case, right? Ouch, she's right. There's not much you can find out from this about Agent Hicks' killer, sir. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Apaan, anjir? Mana gua tahu? The fact that all of the suitcases are here in this photo is odd. Agent Hicks was still alive at the time. So what exactly is so odd about suitcases? Well, yes, I was on. Your off-topic ramblings have put this then to sleep yet again. Blah, blah, blah. I'll give a sleepyhead here a rude awakening and deafening objection and a contradiction. Okay, boxes of bed sheets. They're still in the cargo hold though. There's nothing unusual about them in particular. I can shake the feeling. If you're just playing around and if I go home. Okay. Apaan sih, anjir? Ngantuk, coy. What's all this? Huh? Oh, they are cargo shit from Virginia to Zhengfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zhengfa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there is no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes written in Virginian. It says cloth in English. That proves that the cloth used to wipe the blood that proves the time frame. What for is that scary face? And then it got unloaded to Zhengfa. Miss Meal. It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. And then she knows that it's she knows that it has cloth inside. She could have used like the bed sheets or something, but she used cloth. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Ha! Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Borginian cargo in this piece of evidence will point us straight to the killer. Apa sih ini maksudnya?
Take that!
And what is that supposed to prove? The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilled. But there's one thing that bothered me the whole time. Where did it come from? And now I have finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zhengfa had cloth written on it. And Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed piece. Yeah. That is right. The killer was someone who could read and understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits the description is you, Miss Camille. Ha! That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. No, but there's bed sheets. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then... logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Bed sheets. Hey! It says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely, and bed sheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? Oh, that if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have spotted first. However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that? The killer didn't want anyone to know what the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold. Yeah. So they were afraid to leave sign to the box where the sheets had been opened. Exactly, and the cloth was perfect because it will be unloaded in Zhengfa, and when the body was found and when we eventually investigate it, it will be gone without a trace. However, the Borginian cloth, well, there's a horse of a different color, because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zhengfa. That's right, that is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Camille. You and you alone. Yeah. Oh no! It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zhengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zhengfa? Ow! Ooh! No! He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. Started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. Kocak banget. Ay. Shoo. Just pushed him in panic. We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure. The ring behind this whole mess means serious business. But holy crap, like for a murder that was not premeditated, she sure thinks so quick. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Gifted criminal. Mr. Edgeworth. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that... Well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. That's... I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. Yay, it's for Gumshoe! I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir, but boy, was it fun! Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case. Ooh, busy woman. Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. Franziska. I thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time, however. It has been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Just who do you think I am? You're Franziska von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing Pierrot living her life on the name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father Manfred von Karma didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there is another agent on this case with me. Who? Another agent? He is a star among Interpol agents and has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows? You may even run into him one day. Who? I was simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back. In full. Who? And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Aw, it was nothing, sir. I was just happy to be able to work with you again. I think I'm gonna celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Just how much did you cut his salary by, Franziska? Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. I'll even fly down the road in the patrol car if you want. Let me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Ah. Thus, I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska von Karma, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play, and the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Dang, and then after he comes home, like there's murder in the prosecutor office. That's crazy. Edgeworth speaking. Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And You are? Ah, have you forgotten my voicemails, my boy? Mr. Amano? Ernest Amano, correct? Ah, so you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. Who? Who? Let's save. The next case is the kidnapped turnabout. Whoa. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I think like all of these cases are very closely related. We still haven't gotten the big picture. It's just like... So it's just like two cases. Like chronologically, it's the first case is the one on the plane. And after he gets home, it's that murder in the prosecutor office. Like the guy who died. The one with the basketball. And then what's next? Wow. I guess we'll continue this next week. So yeah, I think it's really nice. We have one case for one stream for now. It's plain than kidnapping. My goodness. All right. So that's after this. And then after that is... Okay. Next case will be longer. Yeah, okay. We can like split it if it gets too long. Yay! Thank you for the stream. Thank you so much. I guess I'm gonna be reading super chats before I sleep and rest for the night. Yay. Do you feel like you're getting used to how the game's logic works? I think so, yeah. So it's a little bit more loose than like... I think like usually it starts with a question and then it ends with an answer. So it's like they're paired. There's like the question cards and the answer cards. Usually. And when it's not, it's usually like something really closely related to one another. Yes. At least that's how it was for this case. Yes. So it's a little bit different. Yeah, just trying to get used to it. I think I'm getting the hang of it. Thank you. And by the way, guys, my birthday is in 3 days. Yay. If you guys haven't seen the new short, please see the new short. Thank you. I'm so excited. It's a little bit stressed too, but it'll pay off. Hopefully. We have Zipley, thank you. Elsie Lappin, thank you. Sloth Shadows. Edgeworth has his childhood elevator trauma, and now it's time to develop some adulthood elevator trauma. My goodness, please, no. We have Kasidsid Man. Is that our boy Miles Edgeworth? Are you going to build him in CM? Oops, wrong game. I'm just joking. Please get angry at me. We have Ichigo Sakamata. Hi, Carlos. Enjoy those $2. These $2. Thank you. It's for Maruzensky. We have Anton M. Cami gives me an urge to try Go You Airlines. She's lazy. And rainy outfit is same as Francisca minus the whip. I mean, maybe it's... I guess, like, it's a little bit similar. I think this is very fitting for, like, Ace Attorney streams in the first place. The minus part is that I can't stick my tongue out in this one. Boo. So it's like a huge minus. That's why I use my 3.0 all the time. You know? So sad. But outfit's cool. You look like a prosecutor. Yeah, so like fitting for this game, right? Investigations. I'm just like Edgeworth with my cravat. Or I don't know what it's called. We have Nicholas M, Mick Chancellor, The Shadows, Gil Noel, thank you. We have... Yeah, you guys can stick out your tongue on my behalf. Yes, love The Shadows. She buys a suitcase for $1,200 every flight. Her entire salary is going back to the airlines. Just like me. Oh... When Rhoda accused Edgeworth of murdering the victim for the money, but knowing she's buying a 1,200 suitcase every rough flight, I think she was projecting. And she's actually the one with the motive to murder someone for money. I don't know. I think, like, flight attendants is a high-paying job, right? I don't know. I just feel like the fact that she is a flight attendant is, like, an achievement in itself. Zame. Funny how you didn't notice Cammy's Bobo right away. I mean, I don't know, guys. Life isn't all just about boobs, okay? Sometimes it's about murder investigations and stuff. Yeah. Alright, and then I bet a mafia hitman would pay 1,200 for those suitcases now that it's been proven they can carry a body. Just gotta strengthen the latch so it doesn't burst open again, and organized crime will snatch up the whole batch. For real. Can't get distracted on the job now, for real. Yeah. The first thing I noticed about Kemi was the cute plushie. I liked how she looked, and then I noticed the plushie as well, but not really how she dressed. But yeah. And Francisca has never whipped another woman before, and she's afraid of what she might feel when she does it for the first time. Thank you so much, Lotta Shadows, for the super chats. I don't know, didn't she whip like Lotta or something? Yeah. Yes. You would make a great detective, lawyer, or a judge. I went to law school of Ace Attorney. That's how you know I'm credible. Yeah, let's go. And also Maya at one point. Okay then. Lotta and Maya. We have non-square pixels. Congratulations on solving this 1-in-1. Thank you. Yay, it was fun. And this case is pretty fun as well. It's like, ooh, in an airline, flight attendant, and smuggling ring. I don't know. The next case is gonna be like a kidnapping. I wonder what it's gonna be like. Yes. She would be a persecutor and punch the opposition. Boing. Yes, Phoenix taught us to push with no evidence. Yeah, fake it till you make it. Yeah. Yes. Getting to actually be able to walk around the crime scene is definitely the best part. I know! It feels like more action-y in a way. Even though I like... Maybe action's not the right word, but like... More actual exploration, if that makes sense. I like it. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching today. There's gonna be no stream tomorrow, but birthday's coming soon on Tuesday, so I hope you guys will enjoy. Thank you so much. Terima kasih perhatiannya. Thank you very much for your attention. If you like this stream or other detective stream or even the Uma streams too, consider subscribing or join the royalty if you haven't. Thank you so much. Okay, salam merakyat everybody. Go kigenyo. See you next week. Rain and birthday coming soon. Bye bye. Bye. Ew.